gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
The following is a world-class Bullshitters exclusive.
Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. We're back from Las Vegas and well-rested, and I'm happy to introduce this man, the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, baby, boys and girls, children of all ages. Don't get me wrong. We've all had a long-ass week. We've all had shitty weeks in the past. But if you think your week's going shitty, just watch the news. A lot of people are having way worse fucking weeks.
It's, there's a lot of shit going on right now, dude.
Yeah,
Up
buddy.
next is the Bombay bad boy, Big Rig, Nick Utam.
Glad to be here right before Halloween. I got my beer, I got my costume ready, I got my fucking Halloween 4K Blu-ray ready to go, man. I'm good to go. I'm good to go.
Are you dressed up for this show?
No, for the
Thank
weekend.
God.
I got a couple. I got no, that'd be weird. I do have a Halloween party coming up Friday. I'm sorry, Saturday. So I'm prepared for that.
Now, our other co-host for the evening has a Halloween party coming up all the way from the Place to Be Reviews. Say hello to Tepwakuyan.
It is he, it is me, PWD, Tepwakuyan from the Place to Be Reviews right here this week on World Class Bullshitters with all of you. Thank you for having me, gentlemen. Great to be here again.
Well, thank you for filling in for Kendo. We greatly appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And I guess I should introduce myself. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks. There we go. That's always important too. So, folks, we were not here last week. We were away. I was away in Las Vegas. And then, like I said, I went up to visit Dion. And it was a nice time. So nice, in fact, that I won't be doing a show on Tuesday because it's Halloween. So, folks, let's have some extra fun tonight because there will be no High Council on Tuesday. But you can catch me on Wednesday on the Articulated Chad channel. I've been getting a lot of invites to go to channels, and so you're going to be seeing me all over the internet. Make sure you guys join me wherever I go. Show some love to these other YouTubers, and let's have some awesome fun. Now, folks, we have a word of the day already. Before we get into anything else tonight, the word of the day comes from our good friend Joseph Bienowicz, and it's cooter. Hot cooter time machine. The hunt for red cooter. 12 Angry Cooters, Golden Cooter, Crimson Cooter, Hobbit Desolation of Cooter, and Cocaine Cooter. I can get behind Cocaine Cooter. That sounds like a good time.
Yep.
Did you say what is Ghost Cooter on there?
It is now. And
be.
Cooter Busters. Oh, let's see. Rob Zombie's Cooter Ween. That works.
Oh, jeez.
Revenge of the Cooter?
Driving Miss Cooter?
Fistful of cooters?
Yeah.
Fistful of Cooters.
For a few cooters more.
Pale Cooter? High Plains Cooter?
Sisterhood of the Traveling Cooters?
Aren't
Cooters
those
on the
just...
deep?
Never mind.
Ask me off air.
I stopped myself.
Crimson Cooters. There we go. Oh, you already got that one. I was thinking of Crimson Peak. That was probably Crimson Tide for him. What are some horror movies, Nick, we could put cooters in? Like A Nightmare on Cooter Street?
Nightmare on Cooter Street. I guess a
You know what
lot of them
else?
are like
You should be done by now.
Friday the 13th?
Instead of critters, you got cooters.
There you go. That works.
You could also
let's
replace
see.
Tremors with cooters. Burt Cooter instead of Burt Gummer.
Oh jeez. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, I don't know. There's some like there are too many like single name ones. That's the problem.
How
Or
about the
ones that-
Invisible Cooter?
The invisible. That's a dangerous game you're playing, Jeff. It's a dangerous game you're playing.
Kind of like the Crying Game.
Crying
Does it have
Cooter?
Cooter Whitaker in it?
Cooter Whitaker. That's terrible.
Does he still have a
You
lazy
laughed.
eye?
The lazy clit.
Told you guys stop throwing that Arby's against the wall.
They
Oh,
have
God.
the meats.
They made Pinocha look bad.
So, folks, send in your cooter titles all night long. Thank you to our good pal Joseph Bienowicz for giving us the word of the day. We're glad that you guys like to play the words of the day at home. So this week, folks, this is our last episode before Halloween. So welcome into the WCBS Spooktacular for 2023. We have a regular show to talk about. Not everything's horror related. There are a couple things I wanted to, have us cover this week. But we're going to have some fun with some Halloween stuff. But before we get into that, let's talk about the other things we have to cover tonight first. First off, Patreon and YouTube members. You guys are going to finally get that Lego exhibit. I got all the files transferred. Going to have the narration done and have that to you guys this week. So, folks, if you want to hear that video or see that video, it's 20-something minutes long. And it's just one of our new initiatives to take you guys to places you can't normally go. So, follow WCBS on all of our adventures. And if you haven't checked them out, we have a series of shorts from the Avengers. I don't even know what the hell that was called. Experience. Basically, it was this thing in Las Vegas that had all this Avengers shit. And at one point, it was probably really cool. But because there's not as much demand for it anymore, they've taken most of it out. And it's kind of an empty shell. But it makes for a cool video. So do us a favor and check it out. It'll make the $50 I spent seem much more worth it. Also, too, folks, a couple other things we got to tell you about. This episode is brought to you by Stealing Solo. You go to stealingsolo.com right now to get yourself the greatest Star Wars parody since Spaceballs. It's about a group of disgruntled Star Wars fans who kidnap Harrison Ford and force him to remake the movie in his basement. Our audience loves it. We get orders each and every day, lots of orders, and I think we're down to about 17 books and one case left. So get it soon before it's gone. That was never a marketing ploy to get you guys to buy it fast. I just don't want you to miss out on it. But it's almost gone, and when it's gone, well, it's gone for good. So I'm very grateful and thankful to everybody who's picked it up, and I'm glad that everybody seems to like it. So go to stealingsolo.com right now to get yourself a copy, and be on the lookout for Wokebusters. It'll be out next year, very early. So guys, what's new? I mean, Dion, I know it's new with you since I saw you just a few short days ago. We had a lot of drink, a lot of... what was that shitty Dina Meyer movie we watched after Starship Troopers? Because I loved it.
Oh, it was Bats. That's what it was.
That was so dumb, man. I had so much fun watching it, though.
I know.
Nick, you got to watch it. Etep, you got to watch it. It's like a made-for-TV movie.
Is it from 1999? Is that the one?
Yep.
Yeah, 99 or 2000.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah. I've seen the poster like everywhere. Yeah, I see the names in it. Yeah, it's very much like made for TV. Jesus.
Yeah, I'll watch anything with Dina Meyer.
Oh, yeah. She seems nice, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But, Nick, how was your horror travels this past weekend?
It was good, man. I went to Scarefest in Lexington and hung around. I got to meet Tyler Labine. I wore the shirt. You probably saw the picture on Instagram.
I did.
I wore the shirt from the movie he did, a good old fashioned orgy.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to go see him Friday because I didn't want to, but wait in line and shit like that. So I stand a little bit back because he's talking to somebody, and he looks at my shirt and he freaks out. He's like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "What?" He's like, "You're wearing the shirt." I'm like, "Yeah, that's why I want." Apparently, I got the reaction I wanted. And he just was like elated, like he had no idea anybody off of the set like would have the shirt. I was like, I bought it off fucking Etsy. Like somebody makes this.
That's awesome.
But he was real happy that that I love the movie and I'm a big fan of his in general. I told him about our friends, the Casket Creatures. They made a song that's on Spotify. Anybody can listen to it. It's Tucker and Dale. And he's like, what? He's like, yeah. So my friends who are in a band in Atlanta made a song. So I showed him on my phone and he apparently he made a reel using it the next day.
Oh, nice.
So if you go to his reels, it's like one of the top ones there. Like it's all in there. Like he had the song in there and everything. So he really loved it. I was like, that's great, man. But no, he was really, really nice guy. Super cool guy. Got to talk to him. Got to take a picture and everything. He signed my shirt, which, is now in the closet. It's not going to, it's not going to get washed or anything. So, it was a fun weekend. Got to hang out with some old friends and stuff.
I'm glad he's as cool as I thought he'd be because I'm a big fan of his movies, and I always like when these actors they're as cool as you'd hope they'd be.
He is, man. He was super nice. Very cool guy. I talked about Tucker and Dale and the other stuff he had done and everything. And just we're talking about good old fashioned orgy because of my shirt and stuff, and I was like, oh, I love it, and I'd asked about some of the scenes that he did in it, like how tough were they, like other things as well. And once again, very nice guy, very cool guy. He didn't give me like any sort of like crap about because I'm SAG and I can't talk about certain things. He never mentioned that, so that was good. He just was enjoying talking to the fans, having a good time, and just enjoying the convention.
I think she was at Scarefest, but Adrienne Barbeau was at one of these cons this weekend, and somebody took her a crate from Creepshow to get autographed, and she climbed in it and took pictures.
Yeah, that was in Scarefest as well.
That's awesome.
I was not there for that, but I did see that picture and I was like, holy shit.
I was a little jealous.
It was pretty funny.
I want to meet her one day. All the John Carpenter people that are still around.
Yeah. No, she's from everybody I talked to who met her, they said she was really nice as well. So no problems there either.
Well, that's the theme of tonight, Nick. Celebrities that are nice.
The only one I kept hearing shit about was Richard Dreyfuss.
He's just old and crotchety.
Yeah.
Are you surprised?
No, as old as he is, I'm just like, of course he's gonna kind of be an ass. He doesn't care anymore.
I just wonder why the man who was in Jaws is at a horror con. That was Mr. Holland.
I don't consider Jaws a horror movie, though.
Nor do I. What I meant to say is, Richard Dreyfuss is a big enough name that he was an A-lister for so many years.
Yes.
Why the hell is he at a horror con?
Yeah, no, I wasn't correcting you. I'm just like, because you'll hear that like Jaws is considered a horror movie, and I'm like, I never considered it a horror movie. It's more like, I don't know, like I would consider it like suspense. I don't know.
Or like even a thriller.
Yeah.
I think of it as like an action movie, almost like an adventure, like a thrilling action movie.
Yeah, not horror though.
Yeah, but I guess because the shark is ripping people apart, like it becomes horror. Well, I mean, I don't think it really gets gory until Homer gets eaten on the fucking ship, but besides that, I mean, it doesn't really get gory until like 2 and 3. 3 is really gory.
Is that Jaws the Revenge, or is that Jaws 3D?
3D. Revenge is 4.
Oh God, Jaws 3D was that 3D's, and I love Friday the 13th Part 3. That makes Friday the 13th Part 3 look like a freaking Scorsese film with the use of the 3D in that one. I mean, that Jaws 3D's like the scene in the tank oh my God, in the aquarium when it busts through the glass. That was just
it is bad. I by the way, I love this comment. That's wonderful. Yeah, I mean,
how did they get Michael Caine in that franchise in the 4th movie?
You've never heard that story?
No.
Well, there's the best quote about from Michael Caine ever is Michael Caine won an Oscar in 1987 for some movie he was in, and he couldn't accept his Oscar in person. And when he was interviewed about it, he was talking about why he wasn't there, and he was off shooting Jaws. And they asked him how he felt about Jaws and missing his Oscar. He's like, I don't really think about Jaws, but I like the house it bought me. So money is the answer, Pete. Flat out money.
And I would expect nothing less.
Hey, at least he was honest, man. At least he was honest.
Yeah, I can respect that.
Yeah, I hate when actors are like, I'm a huge fan of this franchise, and I thought it would be great to no, you wanted a fucking paycheck. You're good. That's fine with me. Yep. If Harrison Ford shows up in a movie, well, why'd you do it, Harrison? I wanted to get paid. Cool. I don't need some bullshit story about how it means so much and the legacy and this and that. Those kind of people just make me kind of roll my eyes, and I don't want to watch their movies.
No.
Like a lot of modern Star Wars actors.
Oh God.
Disney's dead, man. They're fucking dead.
Uh-huh. That is a defiled corpse at this point to go along with the season.
Jeez. Isn't that a crime?
I mean,
ask Bob Iger. I don't know.
every
seems to-
every time I think about Bob Iger, just think a picture with the dog surrounded by fire, and he's like, "I'm fine.
This is fine.
This is fine." Yeah. Oh man.
Well, I don't think he's fine at all.
I
But I
don't
don't
know.
care.
I kind of hope they keep going down and down. People just don't want to go to their parks anymore or watch any of their crap, and it just like keeps dwindling until it's nothing.
Yeah. Well, that's the Disney way of things.
Yeah, because I mean, like they keep upping the price and nickel and diming people more and more in the parks, and I think they're starting to do the password sharing. Like they want people to stop sharing passwords, like Netflix. They're upping the price of their streaming service again, I think, or nothing. Netflix is somebody is, but it's just like at some point people are gonna have to choose which ones they want, which ones they don't. So
I don't want Paramount anymore. Or Disney Plus.
yeah, Paramount's pretty useless. Pretty useless.
It's like all their movies that they promote, I'm like, I own this on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I've been acquiring them onto a hard drive a lot lately, so I'm just trying to like get everything I want, and maybe every now and again if there's something cool or new that I want or want to watch, I'll just try to figure it out and get it some other way, so I don't have to like get the streaming service for a month and watch it and then like ditch it. So I don't know.
Darth Vader might have just won with the girl with the cooter tattoo. Like I was all on board with Cooter the Hedgehog, but the girl with the cooter tattoo.
Oh God, she must be from Jacksonville.
Did you guys see they're doing like Florida Man games next year down in Florida?
No.
Yes.
Jeff, do we need to suit up and go do commentary for it?
I think we should do commentary for the Florida Man games of 2024, Nick.
Oh man, I wonder if they're gonna broadcast them live or just make it an event.
We can go broadcast them live.
I'm down with that.
Folks, press 1 in the chat if you want WCBS to go broadcast the Florida Man games live from Orlando, Florida next year. We're watching.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
And by the way, folks, hit that thumbs up button to let YouTube know you enjoy this content. The algorithm has sucked lately, and so we need to get the word out there, and we could use your help. So just hit like and share. That'd be a great service to this community. So, guys, now that we're all caught up and everything seems to be taken care of in terms of housekeeping, let's talk about a couple things that are on the books. Now, I wanted to ask you this one, both really more Pete and Dion tonight, but you guys follow the news, and you both probably have seen that UFC has signed a deal with Bud Light, and that's bringing out all the controversy and discussions about what happened back in April. What I want to know from you guys is, do you think the Bud Light UFC deal will help Bud Light or hurt it? Because, a lot of people seem to be very against it. Pete, you go.
Well,
or Dion, you go.
Go ahead, P. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
Oh, no, it's fine. Dion, go ahead, brother.
Well, it's a very unique situation, right? Because obviously with all the hoopla going on, and then hey, there's the online commentary. Now, overall, it's gonna help Bud Light. I mean, I had said it before when we first started about this stuff, right? It's obviously they misjudged their base, right? And hey, it was very clear that they, whether they wanted to admit it or not, that hey, they got an update on what people expect from Bud Light. That all being said, especially everyone bringing it up, it's still Bud Light. It's still owned by Budweiser, and people love sports. I mean, this is not that different than all the different sports issues that's been coming up in the last few years. Again, everyone with their very short attention spans, especially with things that are popular, especially the things that are popular right now, it is going to help Bud Light. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be an overnight thing. It definitely isn't going to be a type of thing people are going to easily forget. But, for certain brands, certain products, especially when you have those age-old relationships that certain products have, particularly with sports, things tend to die down. A lot of motherfuckers drink Bud Light. And again, too, there's a reason why they put themselves in a position like with sports teams, like with sports organizations, where when you go there, that's the only option that you have, or it's other options that are adjacent to that original product. That's why booze companies get in with sports. That all being said, yeah, overall it's going to help them. They'll still have the hiccup, but people love to fucking buy beer at events, man, and it's a tale as old as sports, man. So especially when it comes to companies like the UFC and it's run by people like Dana, yeah, this helps Bud Light. For them, that was a smart idea.
Pete?
I think it'll help. Excuse me. I do. I think it'll help Bud Light because people look in this climate, people look at the UFC as kind of that bastion of toxic masculinity almost, because you look at a lot of the UFC fighters and they're fairly based. I don't follow UFC as ardently as I used to. But I do when one of them makes a statement, and you look at Dana White, but of course they're owned by a conglomerate now, so he's not really in charge. But the whole Bud Light controversy, and the point I'm getting to is associating that brand with UFC. And I was kind of looking after you sent me the topics today on different like message boards, things on groups on Facebook, and that were talking about this. And it was a mix of people like, I'm done with UFC or I don't care, to me, I mean, if I was still following UFC, I wouldn't quit watching it simply because they, if you quit watching something every time, well, I mean, I don't watch Disney or Marvel anymore, but that's another story. You know what I mean? It's, I understand like the boycotting and things like that. I do. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't see this as, honestly, I mean, I'm not saying I'm supporting Bud Light or anything, but this is a smart business decision for them. It's a way for them to try to get that first attempt after the whole Mulvaney thing with the 4th of July ad, I mean, that went over like a lead balloon. So their subsequent efforts, I think this is their, this might be their, a little bit of saving grace for them. Because what was it? 26 to 28 billion in market cap they lost. I mean, that's all for almost any company. That is damn near insurmountable. It's like Joe Exotic. I am never going to financially recover from this.
Well said, guys. I agree that it'll help, but people will never forget that advertising snafu. I just find it interesting how you're probably going to take the UFC to fix it, because for the longest time it'll be better by this holiday, it'll be better by that holiday, it'll be better by this event, it'll be better by that event, and all those events came and went, and Bud Light has not regained its value. So I don't know if it's going to get. I don't think it'll get Bud Light back on top, but I think it'll help it, and maybe it'll help. I don't know, blur the memory a little bit, and then maybe they'll just move past it. But people remember this, and it just goes to show you that marketing snafus are hard to recover from. I mean, people still talk about that stupid Kylie Jenner Pepsi ad. That was dumb and tone deaf. And so there was a huge shitstorm about this Bud Light ad. So we'll find out in the future what's up. But that'd be a nice way to cap off our coverage of that. So, Nick, any comments on it?
No, I didn't even know it was happening. I've just been working and doing my own stuff, man.
Yeah, I've been taking care of my own stuff too, but I follow all these wrestling groups, and now that Endeavor owns the WWE and UFC,
dude, I had
crossover.
I can't do groups like that anymore. I did the Halloween group last year, and I was like, I have to leave. I can't do this. I have to leave.
Oh, they're worse this year, dude. They still bitch about Halloween 3 every fucking day. They ask the most dumbass questions. Like, for example, they go, "Did you know there's an error in Halloween at the end when Michael Myers? There's a knife on the ground. They shouldn't have shown that knife. That's a fuck up on John Carpenter's part." And somebody kindly said, "Did you not listen to the movie?" Nick, what does the sheriff say was stolen from the store in that movie? Do you remember exactly what he says?
Well, it was like knives, ropes, and a mask or something like kind of yeah.
He said a couple of knives. So even in the movie, it acknowledges like, hey, Michael Myers took more than one knife. It's just that group is so full of dumb shit. It never got better.
And also you get these fucking like Gen Z kids who can't goddamn pay attention for more than 10 seconds, and they're just like, oh, knife on the ground. Oh, it's like, motherfucker, first of all, you're watching this on your phone. It's never intended for that, you jackass. You should be watching it in the theater like a fucking human being. But no, you're watching it on your phone while you watch TikTok on your other device and play Minecraft. Like, go fuck yourself. Like, you're not watching it the way it was intended.
Yeah, with your eyes.
Yeah.
Or on like a proper TV. Even a CRT. Fuck it. That'll be nice too. Shit.
Yeah, we grew up with that shit.
Yeah, but these fucking kids will read a Wikipedia article and whatever and think they know what happens with the movie. It's like, no, go fucking watch it. Go to a theater. I'm sure this last week every theater everywhere is playing Halloween somewhere. Like, you can go buy a fucking ticket and watch it.
I wish there was by me. They're showing Back to the Future. They showed Back to the Future yesterday, but no Halloween.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's weird. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah, put it out in theaters annually. I'll happily go to movies.
Oh yeah.
Now, guys, since we're on the topic of Halloween, we have a couple fun topics tonight that we'd like the audience to get involved with. So, folks, get ready. It's time for the WCBS Halloween Spooktacular. Now, I guess we'll keep it on brand for John Carpenter since we talked about him. As a member of all these groups and the conversation around these movies, or I'm in the conversation around these movies constantly, I wanted to bring this up, plus the fact that yesterday was the 45th anniversary of Halloween, which is, you're surprised, right?
Jesus.
I mean, it's older than all of us here on the show, but
yeah, I think they had the 40. I think like Fright Rags, whatever, went to like the convention in California that was like, it was the 45th year or whatever anniversary for it as well. But yeah.
I have a lead on one of those Tom Atkins action figures, so
oh my
I'm gonna
God.
grab one of those.
Oh, from Halloween 3?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Is
Dr.
it the
Dan-
one of him with the beer?
He
I
comes with
saw
a beard.
Yeah.
He's got real clothing on.
Is
Yes.
it Trick or Treat Studios or is it NECA?
It's a NECA figure.
That's weird. Okay.
It's technically the same figure as the Night of the Creeps. So,
Oh, okay. All right. That would make sense then. Okay.
yeah, Tom Atkins isn't a big enough star to get two different head sculpts, Nick. I'm sorry.
Well, okay. Here's also another shitty thing you have to think about. He gets 2 action figures, but there's no fucking Axel Foley.
Yeah, don't remind me. Like, I was just over, dude. Old Dirty Bastard got a fucking action figure, and I went, really? This? And then whatever. I was like, this motherfucker has an action figure, but we can't get one Axel Foley. Okay, I'm never gonna give up hope, but I'm just like, ODB. Were you a fan of ODB, Dion?
Yeah, I was a fan of ODB. Baby, I got your money.
I still have that CD.
I want my goddamn Axel Foley, but I mean, he told Nick, he said, hey, I want my money. I said, shit, Dirty want his money. We better give him his money.
Buddy, he's been dead for like 15 years. He didn't say anything.
Hey, listen, ODB don't DIE. Baby.
It's the
He's like a baby kid?
ODB as you can see.
That's right.
What is he, John Cena now? What the fuck happened?
Do you remember that episode of Yo MTV, or was it not Yo MTV Raps, MTV Cribs, where he went to pick up his welfare check?
Yeah.
Yes.
In a fucking limo.
He was in a limo. Yeah.
Yeah. I will never goddamn forget that. That was
The one CD cover he had was like his food stamp card from New York State.
That's the box of the action figure.
ODB.
Oh,
my
shit.
god. Oh my god.
Random tangent aside, though, John Carpenter's Halloween turned 45 yesterday, and you have heard us talk about it for years here on the channel. We love it. We've done commentaries. We'll do maybe a review next year. I've never really reviewed that movie, but spoiler alert, I like it a lot. But it made me think of 2 things, and I wanted to ask you guys 2 questions. What is John Carpenter's best movie, and what is your favorite John Carpenter movie? So folks in the chat, tell us both. But tonight we're going to talk about that, and we're probably going to add in what's his most important film as well. So if you're a John Carpenter fan, and we know you are because he's made some great movies, you're going to like this next segment. So Nick, you're a hardcore fan of JC. What would you consider his best movie?
His best movie?
Mhm.
God, it's an odd one, but it's one of the ones I first saw as a kid, and I've never forget it because like I didn't know it was him until like way later in life. Memoirs of an Invisible Man with Chevy Chase.
Yeah. Bill Chevrolet Chase.
Yeah, I had no idea it was him, but that's a movie that's a movie I loved and I watched it a lot as a kid because the beginning is so fucking weird. He like goes to this conference in this like I don't know, this like lab or whatever to talk about something. He takes a nap in one of the rooms, and one of the experiments goes nuts, and like parts of the building are invisible and things like that, and he becomes invisible himself. And it's him, and I think I forget the bad guy. The bad guy's the guy from Jurassic Park. Also from Omen 3, I think. I forget. But it's him, and he's just trying to chase it. Thank you, Samuel. Yeah. And he's just trying to chase him and do experiments on him and and try to figure out why he's invisible, and they track him down. And there are a couple good effects of like there's one where the first time he's like in a mirror and he ate like Chinese food or something, and he's seeing it digest in his system and he throws it up. And like, mind you, this is what is it, like 1992 like CG, and like they did a good job for it. Him escaping, him running through some stuff, like he had some weird dreams as well while he was trying to sleep, and just and I mean it was an interesting movie, and like even the ending was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was a really fun movie. It was very lighthearted, not usually what he does, but one of my favorites for sure. One of my favorites that he did for sure.
Dion, what is John Carpenter's best film?
I mean, there's so many to choose from. Now, I mean, as a movie fan, pound for pound, his best film. I mean, my favorite one obviously is easy to say, but in terms of best, you got to think about its impact, the story, the flow of the film, the reception, and then obviously it's overall ranking, how as arbitrary as that is, where his best movie is and where people rank it. I gotta go with fucking Halloween, man. It's so hard. It's so hard to kind of guess. I mean, in terms of storytelling and maybe even the story itself, are there better stories than Halloween? Absolutely. There are some that are just downright crazy imaginative, but if we're saying pound for pound best movie, the biggest impact, the not just the impact that Halloween had on horror, but the impact that it had on film in general. I mean, you have generations of villains, generations of horror characters, generations of movie characters who are based on people in Halloween. I mean, the dude made a movie and he pretty much created a whole genre, and then, I mean, and you can obviously go into, it was him and he's competing with guys like Wes Craven and all these guys, which I understand, but his best, I mean, Halloween is just so, that so many other fucking, especially new ones, some of the earliest comparisons are always Halloween, and you just can't overlook it. Plus, it's just such a kick-ass, like it's a horror movie that also kicks ass. Like, it's just the new ones. Part of the reason why they are so lackluster is because they just couldn't tell the story the same way. Like, it's just nobody else gets Michael Myers. No one else gets slasher films. No one else has taken over an entire fucking holiday quite the way that Halloween has, and you just can't ignore that.
Well said. I mean, he pretty much took a lot of my Halloween points.
Great minds, brother.
I know, right? That's what happens when we hang out. Pete, what about you?
Like Dion said, it's tough because there's so many of these movies that he's made that are incredible cultural impact. They live, obviously, which is kind of a interesting parallel to today's society of blind consumerism and things of the like. And then The Thing is, which I told you guys I was watching before the show started because I haven't seen it in about 15 years, and I'm reminded of how good it is, and the sense of desperation and isolation that's the entire tone of the movie. I mean, there's a group of people, but they're isolated, and you have Mr. Diabetes himself, Wilford Brimley, cutting off the communication because he figures out what's going on, early on. So it's kind of a race against the clock. But like Dion said, the heaviest hitter of them all is Halloween. I mean, it's easily the most recognizable. I mean, I'm not saying that there aren't others. I didn't even mention John Carpenter's Vampires, which, Nick, I think you were on my channel for that. We did the watch party, which I love that movie. I saw it in theaters when it came out. That was like my senior year. And James Woods was like a decade too late with his look, but surprisingly played a cool badass in that movie. But I think Halloween is his, I would say the bar. He set the bar with that one. I mean, it didn't seem like it at first, but with the benefit of hindsight, looking back at it, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much his quintessential work right there. I would say that, that's the standard of impact overall and staying power. And like Dion said, you look at this new David Gordon Green trilogy, and they didn't know how to do Michael Myers. They didn't know how to do it right. The best thing they did in that was in Halloween Kills, with the beginning of the flashback sequence where they went back to 1978. That aesthetic that they recreated looked amazing. I mean, if they would have done a movie like that, I would have been happy. But they didn't know how to handle the entire situation. And Rob Zombie was the same way. So I would say Halloween easily, just for the impact it had and its staying power. Like we're talking about it being 45 years old, which I'm getting ready to review Halloween 1, 2, and 4. 4 being my favorite of the, because that was the first one I ever saw. But
did you see it in theaters?
I didn't. I was 8. I didn't get to see it in theaters. I saw it on Viewers Choice pay-per-view though. Yeah, that one's still my favorite. And it's George Wilbur. I did a review of Resurrection the other day, which not Resurrection. I'm sorry. The Curse of Michael Myers. Yeah.
I'm about to say
6, right?
Yes. Part 6.
What is it? Resurrection. I love because it's so trashy.
There's a scene in Resurrection where they were originally the guy that Homegirl was talking to over like the messenger, the one that kind of guided her through everything.
Yeah,
he was originally supposed to be the hero in it. In that scene in the end where Busta kicks the door in, if you like freeze frame it right there, you can like see him on the other side of the door. Like they didn't reshoot that. They just have Busta.
I gotta rewatch that.
Rewatch it if you have the Blu-ray and you can see it.
Oh,
I saw a screen cap of it. I'm like, oh my God, you can actually see him. Like,
That's
they're just
funny.
like, it'll be fine.
That's funny.
That's my biggest complaint about the Halloween franchise, and this is a newer opinion I've formed, is Halloween 1 is amazing. I would give it a very high mark. I watch it all the time because my favorite movies are twofold. I find them interesting and I find them inspirational, not because the story of Michael Myers is impactful, no, but because what they can do and build with very little capital, a good story, good music, things that are attainable for every modern filmmaker, because the technology's there. With a couple phones, the right lighting and the right recording or musical equipment, you can make movies that are at the same caliber of Halloween. I mean, they went literally to a fucking corner store, bought Captain Kirk masks, spray painted them white, and that was it. The dude made $25 a day.
Yeah.
So,
well, I think we always hear the budget of that movie was $300,000, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's like George Lucas, man. He just said, fuck it, I'm gonna do it myself, and he did it. I think it was like in the middle of summer, and like the leaves they used were fake, and they had to keep put them in trash bags and shit. Like it was crazy. But I mean, it's one of those things where it's like that. I like you said, I love those stories and I find them inspirational because it's one of those things where like equipment didn't matter. A lot of things didn't matter. He's just like, I'm gonna tell a good story. But I think one thing that does matter is that like he was able to. He was part of he's the one who did the scoring and the music for it. And I think that also makes it iconic because once you hear any of that music from that first movie, you know exactly what it is.
Oh yeah.
I think during that era you had a bunch of like, especially with him, all of the music for a lot of his movies is very iconic and very like, it's him. He's sitting there in his fucking house, whatever, like trying to make it distinct and put his own spin on it and things like that. Like he's wonderful with that. He really is.
What do you think his greatest score is?
Shit, man. Greatest score. I
gotta go with Big. Ooh, damn, that's a good.
Big Trouble in Little China. You're about to say. I think you're right, man. That's actually. It's very 80s and it's a little bit like Kung Fu as well, almost. Like it's really good.
Yeah, I mean that one's great. I mean it's so hard because so many of them came out close together. Especially because Big Trouble, Escape from New York. And then what was They Live Around? No, They Live was later in the 80s, but like so many of them are back to back. So like they just like they have distinct sounds, yet you can tell it's by the same guy, which is pretty fucking wild. So, but I think the super funky 80s sound is Big Trouble.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, and like he was extremely subtle with the thing.
He didn't do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No, that's Ennio Morricone.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but also you guys said something about him and pretty basically inventing a subgenre of horror, and he did, because I looked at 70 horror movies coming out in 78, and there wasn't anything that was slasher-esque. In 79 we get one that is kind of in that vein with When a Stranger Calls, which is the guy's in the house, he's calling from upstairs. It's that whole like premise that seemed to be the next domino that fell in that kind of subgenre, during that time.
And then our good pal Sean Cunningham would rip it off in 1980 with Friday the 13th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then you had The Burning as well after that, which was another rip off of that whole thing.
What's the villain's name in that one?
Crowley.
I thought it was Crowley, but I was like, Victor Crowley, that's not his name. I thought it was Crowley.
Victor.
Who's
Cropsey? No, Cropsey. No, I think it was Cropsey. It's Burning. The Burning is Cropsey.
Yeah. Cropsey's The Burning.
Yeah, because I remember watching that documentary about like the real Cropsey in Staten Island and how terrible that was, because it was an asylum that was open in that area, and then like I guess they closed it down and they just let everybody loose.
I watched this. I know what you're talking about. I watched it when I lived with you, Dion.
Yeah.
Back on Netflix back in the day.
Yeah, it was a really interesting documentary about that whole thing, but it's also just like, holy shit, some terrible shit went down.
To take it back to the question I had a minute ago about the John Carpenter music, I'm going to go Halloween is the best, but I got to give Assault on Precinct 13. That's got great music.
That's a great one. That's a great one too.
And somebody in the chat was asking, what's the best Carpenter remake? I'll go Assault on Precinct 13. I thought that was pretty decent. I mean, I prefer the original one for, what it is, but the remake is better than the remake of The Fog. It's better. Oh, The Fog music is great too. It's better than the remake of Halloween. You can't remake They Live because people aren't smart enough to do that today.
No, dude.
No.
It would be
It turned out like Black Christmas or whatever, man. It'd be
it would be it would be a Jordan Peele movie real fucking quick.
Well, and I think, not only that, but the thing about filmmakers, especially in the 80s, and even you could say into the early 90s, they understood subtlety. So we always kind of talk about it on the show, and obviously our fans do, but especially when you for lack of a better phrase, when you talk to normal people, people, they don't understand how to keep the joke going throughout the whole thing, right? And John Carpenter was a fucking ace of, keeping the joke, keeping the gimmick, keeping the vibe going through the whole movie. People who make movies now, they can't help but spoil it. So they got to tell you the joke, they got to set it up, and then they always tell you they tell you the gimmick at the fucking before the middle of the movie, and you can't do that with They Live, dude. You just can't fucking do it. Like, they would find a way to want to tell you the message in the start of the fucking film, where you have, there's a goddamn, there's a not so subtle but subtle commentary on being a best friend, right? Like, put the fucking glasses on or start eating that trash can. You know, like that's a cool macho, like we're boys, but you're gonna fucking do this. You know, and then it's just you can't do it today. And filmmakers, especially guys like Jordan Peele, even though with Nope he did somewhat of a better job than the other ones, but like even like A24, like it's just so hard to keep the joke going the entire movie, and especially now that they're 2 hours long. Filmmakers today, they don't have the patience as filmmakers to get that across.
They don't.
Yeah.
And that's what makes John Carpenter's movie special, because you can have layered meaning, layered messages, or you could just watch the movie as, oh, this is a bitchin' movie where two dudes fight aliens, like with sunglasses on. That's the important part for any message in a movie, any kind of morality. Like when you watch The Twilight Zone, there are a handful of them that are very on the nose, and people tend to lambast those. But when it comes to the great ones, like The Monsters Are Due on Maple Street,
Oh my God.
it has a lot to unpack. And yes, you can watch it as a basic aliens are watching humanity and the people in the 50s are old and crazy, but you can watch it as a layered commentary on society, and those ones still are relevant to today's world. And that's why I look at a movie like They Live. That movie might be his greatest contribution to film, because it's that, but it's also Halloween, because Halloween, like you said, every point that Dion made is one I would make about Halloween. And here we are, 45 years later, 14 movies in a franchise. They just bought the rights over at Miramax to do more now. It's like the horror franchise that will never go away because people love it. And I'm just so impressed that it came from a handful of people and a $2 mask. Like today, everybody tries to over-engineer, overwork, overdo. The beauty is in simplicity, and all the great stories are going to come from a simplistic point of view, not a Simple Jack point of view. Those are Zack Snyder movies, but something that's just not overly wrought with, modern 2023 politics or, internet commentary. No, it's got to be the greater good, as they would say.
Yeah.
And that's a perfect example. That's a perfect example of someone who can't handle it, right? Like the dude, I mean, imagine, especially you three motherfuckers, like imagine, hey, being a movie fan, a comic book fan, obviously for a lot of us wrestling fans, like imagine getting the opportunity to make a film based on one of the greatest stories of the thing you love. This dude had The Dark Knight Returns. Like think about that. And even though we can live with minor changes, right? But they couldn't wait, especially him, right? Like they couldn't wait until after the trailer to tease that Doomsday was going to be. Like that's and yeah, even if you want, it's not all his thing. People who make movies now, they can't let you figure it out when you watch the movie. Like to release that in a Zack Snyder movie, no less, to really have it be released that fucking, spoiler alert, Doomsday's in it. Like that's crazy. Imagine doing that for like a They Live. Imagine doing that for a thing. Like it's they just can't help themselves, man. Like,
also, people
help themselves.
People also didn't make as many excuses as they do for movies today. Like,
right,
it was good or it was bad, and you moved on and you did something else. Nowadays, everybody tries. Well, if you look at it from this way, it's like this, it's like that. It's really, really good. No, it's not really, really good. A lot of these movies suck. Like you brought up the David Gordon Green Halloween movies. Those are bad. Like Halloween Kills is really stupid when you pay attention to it. The 2018 movie is pretty stupid if you pay attention to it. And the last one, you can barely watch it and realize it's a dumpster fire. So you don't really have to pay attention to Corey ends. But
you didn't like the Corey Cunningham story?
If I ever meet that actor, I'm going to give him the finger. And I'm not that kind of guy.
Oh my God. Oh my!
Like seriously, if we were walking around at a convention and he's just like at his table, I'd be like, "Fuck you, man!
God,
you're terrible."
Jeez, it wasn't even his fault. Shit.
I get it.
He got beat up by the band kids. I mean,
That made me
That's
laugh
gross.
so
he's-
fucking hard.
and then he's kicking Michael Myers' ass. I'm like, and they're drunken brawl in the frickin'. It looked like a couple winos fighting in an alley with those two fighting in that sewer like drain or wherever they were down there. Shoving. You see Corey takes him down. I'm like, oh, Michael. Oh no.
Are you
Oh,
telling me that
no.
you didn't see it as a callback to the John Carpenter classic They Live and it was just a stupid, poorly structured action scene?
Jesus Christ, dude. No, the best callback is still John Wick, The Warriors. That's the best
Yep.
callback this year, okay?
Agreed.
Halloween
hands
Kills was
down.
like a callback to John Wick. I mean, he's killing all those firefighters. All of a sudden, Michael's a ninja. He's like the John Wick of slashers. He had like every weapon at his disposal. He just knows how to use now because these two are like direct sequels to the original one. So it's like, okay, when did he learn how to do all this stuff? Like, he didn't kill anybody who was in captivity, did he? You know, when he was incarcerated in the institution, like he just all of a sudden he's like, "Wah!" I don't know.
I mean, and that was, but that's a testament to new filmmakers not knowing how to what to do with a character. Like the murder scene with the firefighter. That's one of the few parts of the movie I actually like. It's the closest they're gonna get to this motherfucker is just a killer. Like he's just a motherfucker who was bred, born, and came up. He is a killer, and a group of motherfuckers are trying to save the house and shit, and you essentially let a predator out of its cage at the zoo, right? And like but then to have all this other off the wall to have a completely separate movie and try to run it congruent to what you're doing, they don't understand subtlety. Like to have an awesome showcase where it's like he's a killer. If he's in a room full of motherfuckers with axes and a fire's going on, he's gonna kill people. To have it be like, oh man, like the community, man, if it gets fucking riled up, man, mob mentality, dude.
Yep.
A mob will attack a serial killer, man. It's like
Evil dies tonight.
Yeah, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's a whole different movie,
42 times.
Don't understand it.
Dude, the actor that played, the guy they mistakenly thought was Myers, actor that played him, he died, he fell out of the window or whatever, jumped. Well, that guy, the actor actually died before that movie came out. So he never got to see
Holy shit.
He never got watching to see the movies?
Yes, I'm recycling that because it's a cool ass fact, man. I was like,
oh no,
I watched that like
we met them. We're doing a crossover with them. That's why I brought it up.
I absolutely love that. I absolutely love that guy. I'm like, oh my god, that was. But like, I was like, that's so freaking crazy that like he died before that movie came out. It's like, oh,
it is kind of sad. You never got to see your biggest work.
Died before he could see John Wick 4.
Yep.
And then he died, and that was extra harsh. I was like, oh,
yeah, dude.
In the movie, I was like, man, the character bit it. He bit it.
Yeah,
this is a
bad situation all around.
That's just a crazy, weird thing about movies, man. Like, eventually, it's like, hey, man, he died in the movie. He died in real life. R.I.P. Like, damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
At least it's not like Freddy Krueger. You die in your dream. You die in real life.
Yep.
Welcome to prime time.
That's the best kill in any of those movies. Would you agree, Nick and Pete and Dion?
Yes.
I don't know. I still think the one where the girl turns into a roach is pretty fucking gnarly. Like that one. That one's pretty gross.
But that one's a good one in a bad movie.
Yeah, it is.
It is. That's true. It is a great kill in a bad movie. But that turn into a roach is fucking dope. But as much as I love Primetime Bitch, 1B that might win and eventually become 1A for me is the Puppeteer one. Just
oh my god, yes,
that's a great one.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And like even as a kid, I was like, that looks so cool, but I'm so fucking terrified. Because he can fucking do that.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah.
Those are the two kills for sure where both of them are just so good. But like and then Giant Freddy laughing and he cuts the fucking that one that might be the best one. It's at least in the conversation.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. Oh man.
I mean, I let me rephrase my statement. It's the best Freddy Krueger line in any movie. I think
Okay.
honestly the best kill is probably Johnny Depp in the first one still.
That's a great one
He's
too.
sucked in the fucking
Oh
bed.
god, dude. Yeah, and if you watch the documentary about how that went down, dude, it was a horror story in itself of how that whole thing, like that whole thing they built inside of a room, the fake room, and like the water was sloshing around, it turned the damn thing over, like electricity was everywhere, cameras were everywhere. It was terrible.
I'm just glad no one got hurt making that movie.
Yeah.
I still was it the first or the second one where he's pressed himself through the wall over the bed? I can't remember which one that was.
The first one.
The first that effect still gets me to this day, and it's so simplistic, but it looks so badass.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't the knife in the through the sand on the beach when he's
Looking like a
so
shark.
cheesy. Yeah, it was so cheesy, but it was so funny. The power of now you're playing with power with a power glove.
Oh god.
I think Wes Craven's New Nightmare, outside of the first one, like my favorite is part 3, The Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
But
That's a
I
really
think
good
Wes
one.
Craven's New Nightmare is probably the best one outside of the first one in the entire series.
Yeah, and I think that one kind of got him into the whole meta thing. That's how I think
Mhm.
that's where he got like the idea. Well, that's where he wanted to do the Scream franchise from and stuff. Is just starting from there.
Do you guys like the Scream franchise?
I do.
I like
it's
like
not
the first
one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, the
I saw the
first
first one to theater.
yeah, first one I saw as a kid, it was wonderful. Like the first 3 I like. After that, it can kind of just like
I can
it
live with
can
that.
go away.
I can live with that. Like 2, I still like 2, and then 3 is where I was like, yeah, I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah, 3 was really. But see, here's the thing: if you notice a lot of movies like that get real popular, part 2 becomes just like a fucking cash grab, and they will shoot everybody. Like they'll have so many like I guess things they want to sell in there with whatever bullshit it is, but they'll have a bunch of people in there who just want to be in it. Like they had Sarah Michelle Gellar, they had fucking the guy from Sliders, they had a bunch of people in there. That was a stacked cast in that movie for no reason, just because they wanted the money.
Dude, the third one had Carrie Fisher and Jay and Silent Bob.
Yep.
Carrie Fisher, yeah, she was fucking great.
I'm in the minority. I don't like Scream. Like when people talk about it, I just kind of wait for them to stop. Because I don't want to be like that guy to complain about it, but I saw it back in the day. I watched them all. I prefer Scary Movie. Like if I'm going to watch something that's that story, the first Scary Movie just rips off the exact dialogue of that movie.
Oh yeah,
So
it really does.
I'll just watch that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Don't hurt me. I'm just a day player. I love that fucking part.
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, the reason I really love Scream 2 is because Jada Pinkett Smith dies in the first 5 minutes.
Yes,
She deserves it.
I'm not the biggest Scream fan. I'm not. I saw the first one in the theater. I quit after part 3. I've got right here in my hands, I've got an unopened Ghostface NECA figure from 2014.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
I got here. I'll flip the camera on for just a minute here. I got right here. He is.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
really cool.
That's cool.
Yep. I got that from Don't Eat the Gum. That came in my
Oh
horror
shit! Yeah,
box,
yeah.
along with my bust of Leatherface here.
Oh, well, there you go.
Nice.
Shout out to Don't Eat the Gum, folks. If you like mystery
Yeah.
boxes that are horror themed, check out Don't Eat the Gum. Kevin's a friend of ours. We've known him from the Horror Con days for a decade roughly.
Yeah,
And he's always been great.
yeah.
I used to buy trading cards off of him at all the horror shows
Mhm.
and talk to him for like an hour.
Yeah, same here, man. Same here. He'd have a bunch of old trading cards he'd find somewhere, and he would sell them for really cheap. And it was funny because the name came from like all those trading cards having gum in them, and he would always tell you don't eat the gum.
Yeah, like those. I bought Moonraker ones from him, and I'm like, I will not eat anything that's in a Moonraker package.
Yeah.
There
He
was
didn't
so
know me
much
back
cool
then.
stuff in that box that because the wife got me that for Father's Day, and there was so much cool stuff in there. Yeah, lot like I said, that original Pinhead art print that I have in my den, because that pretty much everything in there outside of like one piece is like an original print. So yeah, that's gorgeous. It was absolutely, yeah, it was amazing. If like I'll tell if you haven't checked him out, you need to, because yeah, if you're a horror fan, he hooks it up and it's hand curated, and yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah, folks.
He does it all himself. It's not just like some company, like the hell, some company did it like years ago and it was kind of okay. But yeah, no, he even gives you a handwritten thank you note whenever you buy some stuff. He's got like the Crystal Lake Camper box, the Killer Clowns box, the House of 1,000 Corpses box, the Good Guys box, the Necronomicon box, box of slashers, the horror potpourri box.
Was the company called Loot Crate that used to do those?
That's what it is, Loot Crate. Yeah, that piece of shit. God damn.
I bought one of those for James Bond, and that's it.
Oh yeah,
I was Loot Crate, and they had some cool shit, but they just when they tried to rob their goddamn fan base, fucking broke my heart.
Yeah, there was a time where they quit giving you boxes, but they're still charging a credit card. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
no. This is not how we conduct
not how
business.
this works.
That's not how any of this works. What are they, the government?
I'm not paying you to maybe use it.
Yeah, no, it was bad. They just went downhill real hard because I think like they weren't making money because all the stuff they had to buy and put in the boxes and send them out and everything. It's like, I don't know. It was It was good for a minute. It was good for a minute.
So, folks, that's Don't Eat the Gum. If you'd like to check him out, tell him WCBS sent you. I'm sure Kevin would appreciate it.
Oh yeah, dude. No, wonderful guy. Yeah, love his stuff.
So, while we're finishing up our John Carpenter stuff, where would you rank him? Or let me rephrase it. Who is the greatest horror director of all time? Is it him? Is it someone else?
Oh dear God.
Ooh.
Is it Mick Garris?
That's a good one.
Is it Chuck Russell?
Listen, listen. If there is a all-time list, I don't think no matter what the number is, Carpenter's top 3 forever. That's.
Is that a conservative guess, or who would you put above him? Guaranteed.
Ooh. I mean, guaranteed. My brain keeps wanting to say Robert Ludlum. Alfred Hitchcock, for sure, is the only other dude I put above him immediately. And that's really the only name I can think off the top of my head. That being said, I mean, it's a damn good conversation to have that Carpenter could be the greatest horror director of all time. I mean, it's very hard. Wes Craven, love Wes Craven. He's better than Wes Craven.
I agree.
Yeah.
People Under the Stairs is not very good.
Yeah, it is a silly.
People Under the Stairs. God damn it! That's the one I used to watch as a kid as well. Fuck, dude, that movie is crazy as shit.
Yeah.
Everett McGill shares a birthday with me.
Shit, you ain't wrong.
I mean, he did real good in that movie, but that movie is fucking wild. I went to go back and watch it recently because I'm an adult now, and I was like, this is crazy.
You're an adult, Nick?
What is adult?
Those movies, watching them back, it's like, yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're.
I for sure have him as top 3 with an arguable he is number 1. I mean, it's just it's just, especially with something like The Thing, for that movie to be lambasted when it first came out, and then for it to
blame Spielberg.
Yep, fucking ET. But I do like ET a lot. But that you have a place where this motherfucker created arguably the greatest horror movie of all time, and people hated it when it came out. Like, he was literally ahead of his time. Like that, there are a few instances where we can say that about someone in anything, and The Thing was way above his time. There are people who look back and are like, I have no idea why I hated that movie. Like that. Like, motherfuckers will admit that. So, yeah, I mean, the dude, he's in the conversation for greatest of all time, for sure.
You see, I feel the same way. I would have jumped on Hitchcock blindly, but then I sat down and watched The Birds the other night, and
Yep.
I did not like that movie at all. Like, I thought I had seen it, and apparently I hadn't. So I sat down to watch it, and I just waited for it to get tense. I waited for it to get scary. I waited for it to get be a lot of different things, because on the flight to Vegas, I watched Psycho, and I thought, all right, I love Psycho. I've seen this movie 5 times, maybe. I'm gonna sit down and watch it again. So I watched it. It's as great as always. The acting is awesome. The story, everything. And so I was going into The Birds with that level of excitement, and it just abruptly ends, and it's kind of dumb. It's kind of like the precursor to The Happening from M. Night Shyamalan. And I'm not saying Hitchcock is in the same category as Shyamalan, because I would
Jesus
never
Christ,
do that to
no.
Hitchcock.
Jesus Christ.
And I would never let Shyamalan think he's that good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Shyamalan. No, just nobody. I'm sorry. We can't do that.
Yeah, Knock at the Cabin
he
sucks.
He is punching the air right now that you said that.
Oh my god.
I used to be an M. Night fan, and then he had his comeback, and I was a bigger M. Night fan because I really liked The Visit. And
The Visit was really good.
Yeah.
And
that was a
and I liked
disturbing
Split,
movie.
Split was good, but also like, yeah, it was like The Visit, then Split, and then he went down again with fucking, what was it?
Glass.
Glass. God damn it, man. You
I
had
haven't
it.
watched Glass.
M. Night, I used to love M. Night, and then I hated him, and then I liked him again. But you realize that he is a perpetual fumbler. Like that dude, he is a running back that can't help but fumble the fucking ball. You know, every once in a while, he'll score a touchdown. You'll be like, yeah, man, that's why everybody loves you. And then he immediately fumbled that motherfucker on the next series. You know, and that's M. Night Shyamalan, man.
I liked his TV show he worked on called Servant. If you haven't watched it and you have access to Apple TV, I highly recommend Servant. It was awesome. I only stopped watching it because I moved away, but I need to get back into it because it was tense. It had a really annoying protagonist, so if you want to hate a character, you're going to love this fucking show. She might be as bad as She-Hulk, Dion.
Damn.
So,
Oh my god.
honestly, she's just the definition of see you next Tuesday. Like, this lady's
Oh
insufferable.
my
And when
God.
bad shit happens to her, I'm very happy.
Oh my god. Jeez.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, I will for sure.
Do you guys have anyone you'd like to add for greatest horror director? I mean, it's kind of a weird bar because you got guys like Steve Miner who are good. You got
Yeah, but you
guys
also-
who are like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Steve Miner. You have Mike Flanagan now. You have like Herschel Gordon Lewis. You have Roger Corman. You have I don't know, James Wan, who made the Saw franchise.
Yep.
oh, I
and
forgot
Dead
James Wan.
Silence. Insidious.
He's up there. He's got to be top 5.
James Wan. Yeah, no, he because he I guess he's another one who made his own genre, torture porn. You know,
Yep.
so.
Yep.
Then let's take him off that top 5.
Listen, does that count? You know, so that's a great segue to that conversation. You know, that's one reason why I'd at least put him in the conversation of being, if there's a top 10, he might be on it. You know, but
Yeah, there's there's also John Landis, who's done a couple horror
Yep.
movies, not
Yep.
a lot, but just a few. Eli
He did a
Roth,
thriller video too. So
yep, Eli Roth, Clive Barker.
Clive Barker.
Clive Barker's on there definitely.
Yeah,
He's great.
he's arguably up for greatest of all time too. Like he might be the other one above Carpenter, but again, Carpenter's just so good. It's hard to. But yeah, like Clive Barker's up there for sure. Because I remember because I saw Hellraiser way too young. And
Yep.
I mean,
Same.
it probably explains a lot. Actually, now that I think about it, but like that movie fucking changed me as a
Hillary,
person.
blink twice to make sure you're safe.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, Hellraiser's to explain for a lot of things. Yeah, I saw that movie. I was probably 8 or 9, I think, maybe when I saw that.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
I didn't
'cause
watch
like I
it
said, I was
till
watching
college.
all these movies with my older cousins. Like the first time I ever watched Beverly Hills Cop, I was probably like 6, which explains why my son already knows like the words and like to the soundtrack and all that. All these, and we no joke, we get in the truck to go to school, and he takes my phone because he's DJ in the morning, and he's putting on the score to Halloween or Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street or Like that's no shit what he put in. I'm like, I've done something right as a parent. Like I've got him listening to synth wave and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like
Very
old
nice.
synth me.
Very nice.
You know, it's like you gotta get him on that young. But yeah, man, Clive Barker is not only Hellraiser, but you've got was it Lord of Illusions?
Lord of Illusions, yeah.
And Nightbreed. Nightbreed was another cool one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they did a lot of stuff. Also, what is it? You have like Tobe Hooper.
Oh yeah,
or,
he's
Yep.
Yep.
yeah. Tobe Hooper, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Funhouse.
Yes.
Thank
George
you for not
Romero.
giving him the credit for Poltergeist. That motherfucker didn't direct Poltergeist.
You're welcome.
Steven Spielberg did.
You're welcome.
Yep.
George Romero for all the zombie stuff he's done over the years. You know, just
what about
so
Tom
many.
Holland? He did Thinner. He did Child's Play. He did.
I you know what? I fucking forgot he did Thinner. I was watching it earlier today, and I was like, motherfucker, I should have asked him about that. That's a movie. That's a movie I watched way too young as well.
That's my favorite Tom Holland movie. I like it more than I like Fright Night and Child's Play.
Oh God, I think I watched it when I was in the 5th grade. And I remember my teacher asking me about it in the class, and I'm like the weirdos, like, was like acting out some of the scenes. And everyone's like, "Oh, you're weird." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. I'm sorry."
Thinner, dude. That gypsy lady is so hot in that movie.
Yep.
Yeah, she is.
Yep.
Oh God, you know what they say? Never stick your dick inside of a gypsy.
Shit,
I got that
takes some
tattooed on my
guts,
bicep.
Never forget.
Never forget. Oh
Um,
man, one of my favorites is David Cronenberg.
Oh yeah,
Yep. Yep.
God,
fucking
fucking
Fly.
The Fly.
Mhm.
Also your favorite Dead Zone.
Yep.
Yes,
Scanners. He
And
was a part of. I
And
think.
he made a TV show, Super Scary.
Oh yeah. Let's see. What did he actually direct? Yeah, The Fly, Dead Zone. Oh, sorry. One of my favorites, Videodrome. Fucking wild movie.
Yep.
Debbie
Crazy
Harry
as
looks
shit.
so good in that movie. Oh.
Dude, that movie is crazy as shit. I fucking love it. He also did Rabid. Oh man.
Who's in Rabid?
Let's see. I think it was an old zombie movie or something that he had done. Let's see the cast.
Horror might have some of the greatest pound for pound filmmakers ever.
Marilyn Chambers is in it.
Oh,
Joe
well,
Silver.
that's notable.
Frank Moore. Yeah, that's kind of all who's at the top. So yeah. I think it got redone here recently. But yeah, no, Cronenberg, Videodrome is one of my favorites. I think that's the one I have in 4K. It was one of the first 4K ones I bought. Also, he did one called Crash, which is really strange.
You're not talking the movie with Ludacris, right?
No, this is 1996 Crash.
Oh.
Don't you love when we have to clarify what movie with what year? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, you're watching
Dear
Ghostbusters?
God,
Which
dude.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, one doesn't exist.
Welcome to the future, baby.
Yeah, Crash is super fucking strange. He does a lot of like very odd things. I love it. But one also a notable thing from Wes Craven. He did The Last House on the Left, which is one of my favorites. Fucking love Last House on the Left. It is. I remember watching the unrated version on like a road trip. I didn't know I got the unrated version, so I'm watching it on my computer on a fucking road trip. And like, what the fuck is going on? And like it's an old 70s movie. I'm like, they did this in the 70s? Oh, dude, it was so much fun. I was like, what the hell's going on? It was
horror directors took advantage of that PG shit.
Shit, man, no joke. And the dumb thing is like they remade it, and it's such like it's very much like PG-13. Like they really like turned down the volume on it real fucking low, and it's not fun. Yeah, the old one. If you can find the old one unrated, by all means, watch it. It's crazy.
I remember I rented that on VHS the first time I saw it.
Oh my God.
Yep, rented it from Family Video.
We got those by us.
There's the one. There used to be one. I used to walk to it with my kid, and yeah, that was where he started like picking out like these horror movies and like the, the B genre movies, those things. He'd just pick them out by the box art. And yeah, that was fun.
That's how I did it back in the day, man. If the box art was cool, that's what you try to sneak home or rent or whatever.
Oh yeah, that was me as a kid. I love that. I went right to the horror section in the grocery store. Remember they used to have them in the grocery stores and stuff like that. Oh,
that's where I saw the Freddy Krueger one for the first time.
Do you guys remember the full moon box art? Like that shit was elaborate, and they really worked on that to make sure you wanted to watch the movie.
Because it was cheaper than making a good movie. Let's just make an amazing poster with a cool box, and idiots will rent this for $3.
You are wrong. You are not fucking wrong. I think you borrowed that from Roger Corman though, for sure.
Well, that's the thing that I did love about growing up with horror stuff is like going through the video store and finding all this random bullshit. I mean, what are some that like stood out for you that you went in blindly? You're like, hey, I'm gonna go rent this movie because it's got an awesome box, and you're just like blown away.
Oh god, dude.
Devil's Night.
Devil's Night.
That's
a good one.
As a little kid, I was like, I gotta watch this one day. I'm just not ready for it. And that, and it's a wild fucking movie.
I'm trying to think for me, like
Nightbreed is one for me. Another one.
Oh no. Nightbreed is definitely one for sure.
Fright Night, because you had Chris Sarandon on the cover. I think it was, wasn't it? Wasn't he on?
No. Fright Night was the house with the face
house.
In the clouds.
Yeah. Yep. The face in the clouds, the house, and that blood red lettering.
Mm-hmm.
That's that because I didn't see that on like video, like on HBO or anything. That's when I rented because of that box. That and like Basket Case.
Oh yeah.
Oh god, with B. Lyle.
Yep. That and there's another one. What was it? Monkey Shines, which is
yes.
Oh God, Nick, you watched that with us. Remember that? Oh my God. We watched it on my birthday. It was like I forgot how slow that movie was. There's literally nothing happens the entire movie until the very end.
There was one box that always terrified me. Was the box for Serpent in the Rainbow.
Yes.
Bill Pullman screaming with a book in front of him with like a bloody cross in his forehead. I was like, I don't know if I can watch this. Like it was a fucking wild movie.
Yep.
And I think that's also Wes Craven as well. I think Serpent in the Rainbow is Wes Craven as well. He was wild early in his career, man. It was crazy.
One of the ones for me that I saw in the box art and I had to watch was The Stuff.
Yeah, dude, that's a good one.
Yeah. That and Return of the Living Dead Part 3. The one with the lady with the fingers with
yes!
on them.
Yep.
Yes. Oh my god, dude. That's a series that needs to be revitalized or been, at least make one more. Make one more.
Only if you're going to follow the tone of the movie, because nowadays every horror movie's either got to be some cheap piece of shit about ghosts, or the zombies got to be a commentary on society as a cheap Kmart ripoff of.
No, dude, no.
Let's have a crazy one.
No, and like in all honesty, the last crazy one I think was like Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. That one was nuts and it was a lot of fun. Really, really good movie. But no, you could do it like have one more. The last barrel of 2,4,5 trioxin, like
yep,
yeah,
yes.
One more barrel.
I love those. I reviewed part 2. I just downloaded part 3. Those are fun movies. Saw those. I saw the part 2 was like I saw that one first as a kid, and
nice.
Yeah, I love those. I like zombie movies though. I've always been a fan of those.
Yeah, man, me too. And I hate that Walking Dead has like made them like pushed them out of popularity. Really,
that's a very sore spot with me because I love that show and I watch it till the end. I read every issue of the comic twice and hated how they ended the comic and the show. Yeah.
What is your favorite zombie movie?
God, I honestly. The original Night of the Living Dead is great. I like the remake of it. Return of the Living Dead is part 2 is one of my favorites because that was like one of the first ones I saw as a kid. But then later on you had Shaun of the Dead, which is freaking phenomenal.
Yep.
Even as a comedy, that movie had it was great. But honestly, it's gonna sound stupid, but it's Return of the Living Dead part 2. It's goofy, it's off the wall, but I don't take the zombie, you know, I like the comedy aspect of it. I do. I liked everything about that movie. It's like I said, not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it's just dumb fun to me. And when I look at the zombie genre, that's kind of, you know, I like that. I don't, you know, I like the serious tone movies too, but you know, it's to me like the slasher stuff. I like that to be a little more serious. A little bit of meta humor here and there. That's why Friday the 13th Part 6 is my favorite. But no, Return of the Living Dead Part 2 is probably my favorite zombie movie, as dumb as that might sound.
I mean, Part 1's my favorite zombie movie, so
Those are wonderful picks. They're really good.
The punk zombies.
Oh my god, the
Oh, yeah.
punk zombies! I fucking love them. Oh my god.
Yep.
if you love me, you let me eat your brains.
Oh my god, dude. And also that's another movie that has a really good soundtrack too, as well.
That theme song is
Yeah,
incredible.
very distinct, very distinct. God, dude, I fucking love old school Dawn of the Dead. Oh my god, it was so
It's a
good.
great movie.
So fucking good. Because I don't know what it is, but they know how to build the tension immediately as soon as you see like the newsroom and people are like scrambling and you don't know what's going on. Like they have to get information out because it's like something's happened, and it's a wonderful continuation of Night of the Living Dead. But it's one of those things if you watch it by itself and don't know what's going on, they build that tension very quickly in you know in just the beginning, and then you're just like, what's happening, what's going on, and you follow the cops, you follow Flyboy and the girl and where they go and everything like. And it becomes a survival movie and just them trying to you know make sure they live, and then you know they're just trying to you know make sure they can survive and stuff, and it's a really good movie. I fucking love the old one so much.
My favorite part is when they randomly shoot that guy in the head in the beginning.
Oh yeah,
The zombie, the headshot, just like you open the door, boom, exploding head. You're like, what the fuck am I watching?
yep.
Dion, what about you?
Mine's Dawn of the Dead easily. Dawn of the Dead is so
Because you love Zack Snyder, right?
well, not that. I'm saying the original, not that much.
I
that one's great, though.
know.
It would be up there for me. You know, running zombies is terrifying. You know, but the original is just like Nick said. It's just so damn good. It's just so good. You know, like and then it pulls a swap on it. You know, where you know the guy who you think is going to be the hero. You know, no, he becomes a zombie early on. You know, not early on, but you know, into the movie, and you're invested. You know, and you know, Dawn of the Dead is so good is why people still love Day of the Dead. You know, Day of the Dead is good in its own way, but the fact that it's the same tone, you know, just with a lesser of a story, like it's a fucking Dawn is I think the greatest zombie movie of all time.
Ooh, yeah. It's definitely yeah. I would have to agree. It's really good.
Have you ever read up on the original ending?
No.
It's got a real downer ending. The woman jumps up and puts her head in the helicopter blades.
Whoa!
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, and
wow.
So what they did is they didn't use that ending, and so the exploding head in the beginning that I was talking about is actually that dummy that they used for her decapitation
Dude,
scene.
that would have been such a if had they done that, that would have been fucking terrible. It would have caught you off guard like a motherfucker, but god. Oh jeez. That's crazy.
Yeah, it would have been too depressing for you.
Yeah, almost like Requiem for a Dream. Like I've only seen the movie once, and once is too much.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the only memorable thing from that fucking movie. But also honorable mention for the zombie stuff. Fido. Fido is a lot of fun. I fucking love that movie.
Never seen it.
It's kind of like a retro future thing where like apparently there were zombies like during a war in like the 50s, and they kind of like stayed in that 1950s kind of era, and zombies are pretty much like slaves, and they have little collars on and things like that. And they can't get out because if they get out, they'll become zombies that eat people. So they have this little collar on them that subdues them, and you know they can like follow commands and things like that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Let's see who's in it. Oh yeah, Carrie Ann Moss is in it. Bill Connolly is the zombie, or Billy Connolly is the zombie. Yeah, it was
I'll
a fun
check
movie.
it out.
Yeah, it was a fun movie.
Yeah, I can't believe how they overdid the zombie genre in such a short period of time. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, it was so much. You had, look, World War Z
Dude, that
came out
was
towards the end of
that
it.
was the height of us going to those conventions too. Like we were in it.
Believe me, I made a lot of money
Yeah,
making
we did.
zombie.
Yeah, we did. We
Terrible
made a lot of
show.
fucking money.
We know how to cash in.
You were
We're
doing
smart
art and I was
businessmen.
selling. Yeah, you were doing art and I was selling fucking contacts. Like it was it was terrible. Oh god. Oh
Dude,
man.
I absolutely loved it's like, oh yeah, you do something with Daryl Dixon on it. You don't even need to put a price tag on it. You name your own price. I was like, that's $90. Okay. People
I
just
remember
loved that stupid show.
dude. Shit, man. I remember when you and I had a table together and we just like it was one of those shows where like we couldn't smash the fucking cash box down enough because we had so much cash in it.
Thank you, Walking Dead. I will continue to tell you how I feel about
I
you.
remember.
but,
I think you were to my left, and the people to my right who were selling like little vials of dirt or whatever that came from horror sections. Talk to me the whole weekend, but once it came to Sunday, they didn't talk to me anymore because they were fucking jealous. It was terrible.
That's why I like working the cons now. It's like either we're going just to promote the channel or I'm going to, sell the comic, but everyone else is there to sell comics too. And comic people are a little different than horror vendors, but didn't you know The Walking Dead's coming back, Nick, with the Book of Carol and all these wonderful shows that no one gives a fuck about?
Wah, wah. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it didn't they had their own fucking convention. Like they were, yeah, it's gone now. I mean, it's all gone, so it's fine.
So, in terms of the genres, I feel like we went off on a tangent that was perfect for the channel. Folks, make sure you guys are telling us your favorite zombie movies. We'll definitely be reading those and talking about them in a minute.
Yeah, I think this will be a wonderful segment to cut and to put up on the channel by itself.
This whole segment from
sure, why not? Well, no,
I'm taking timestamps. I got zombies.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, like do several of them or make it one big chunk. I think either way, people will enjoy it for sure.
What do you think I've been doing, man? I got the notebook right here. Every episode. Some episodes give us a lot of content, some don't. But we're here to hang out with the audience. So
that's true. Yeah. But no, yeah. I mean, I think yeah, we are definitely big horror fans for sure.
No one could have ever guessed that.
Oh man. Yeah, I mean it's once again it's the redheaded stepchild of movie genres. Hollywood loves to exploit it, and then when they don't need it anymore, they'll throw it to the wayside. Yep. They will make a bunch of cheap horror movies that will just make their money back like in like 2 weekends, and then that's it. It'll be done.
Yeah, they definitely do it that way still. The damn Blumhouse stuff. Do you consider Blumhouse a good thing for horror or a bad thing for horror overall?
In the beginning, it was fine because they were doing they were doing fun stuff and things like that, and then like they became, I don't know. Once they acquired Halloween and like really fucked that up, I was like, God, come on, guys. I thought especially Jason Blum, as much as he talks about fucking horror, I thought he was a fan, but apparently, either he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, or other corporate things got in the way. I don't know, but it was just bad. I was like, how do you fuck up this? And I think going on, any company that gets Halloween, they're going to be cursed, in all honesty, because they're going to have to figure out how to make money on it. It's going to cost them money. If they don't make money on it, they're not going to make money on it because nobody wants to watch it anymore. So it's just going to be like, it's basically like Star Wars, man. Like, you can't give it away. You cannot give it away.
I feel the same way about you. At first, it was exciting to get all these horror movies, and you're like, oh, they're doing well. The genre's alive and well. But I don't really like a lot of them. They've kind of gone to the well a little too much with the Conjuring stuff and all. They're kind of like, I don't know, they're kind of generic and samey. Who do you think? Do you think A24 does better horror?
Yeah. Because Talk to Me was good. Talk to Me was a small, but I will give them a little more credit. They're dipping their toe in the horror stuff. And they're doing a good job with it, because I watched Talk to Me. I watched it in a theater. and I gave it my full attention. It was really good. It was it hit on a lot of it almost reminded me of a Twilight Zone episode. Like, it hit on a lot of that stuff that's very human, and it added a mysterious, like, ghost element to it, almost like an otherworldly element to it that really helped it kind of push the story along. And I really enjoyed it. I really liked it, and I looked at the budget of it and how much it made. Like, they knew what they were doing. So it seems like A24 is concentrating more on quality than quantity. And I think that's a good idea going forward now, because there's too much shit coming out. We have access to everything across all the VOD platforms. We need quality now. Quantity doesn't matter anymore.
I agree 100%. I want, I like how there's unique stuff out there, especially from them. I wasn't the biggest fan of Midsummer. I think that's one of the most overrated horror movies I've ever seen, because the opening's scary and it's got some truly disturbing stuff. But after about the 30 or 40-minute mark, it's as stupid as a Friday the 13th movie. Like, the kids, their actions are just as stupid as, like, Crispin Glover's in Friday the 13th Part 4.
Yeah, and like, I remember watching Hereditary. Hereditary, I fucking loved. It was terrifying. And then once I got to the end, I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
That little girl, she was in it.
I was just gonna say,
No. Well, no. And the thing with the little girl is, I think the mom's in the car and she hears her make that noise with her mouth, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, because, like, it just comes out of nowhere, and it was very like surprising. But oh man, yeah, Hereditary was good. This is the last like 5 minutes were a little bit
You know what horror movie with a child as one of the lead actors was absolutely terrible? Was The Babadook. I was so tired of people praising that movie. I hated
I was
The Babadook.
I was gonna watch that because I'd watched a couple reviews of it, and I'm like, I might watch this, and then I was like, I never did, and I'm kind of glad I didn't.
I watched as well because I was curious, and I was just like, it's okay, like, it's not a big deal. I don't want everybody like harks on it. It's very like meh.
Yeah, I
I
know.
didn't like
You were
it at
talking
all.
about A24, Jeff. I'm interested in the Friday the 13th prequel series, the Crystal Lake one. That I will say, cautious optimism for, being a huge Friday the 13th fan. That is, yeah, to see anything new from that, I'm like, okay, because they're guaranteed 2 seasons. They wanted 4, and they had to get at least 2, or they had to pay like a fine for it. So we'll get at least 2 seasons. So, and they have the rights to use anything under the Friday the 13th umbrella, including Jason, all this, cinematically they can't. That still goes back, but they were talking about Blumhouse getting a hold of that. And you mentioned Blumhouse. That's terrifying. Because Blumhouse couldn't even do Fantasy Island right, which they tried to turn that into a horror movie. And
Oh yeah, the Black Gooniverse.
the Black Gooverse with Black Christmas and
Yep.
Fantasy Island. Ugh. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm more optimistic about the streaming series they're working on. Because that's what Brian Fuller, that did the Hannibal series on NBC years ago,
Yep.
is the showrunner on that, which Adrian King is coming back for it.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. The only bad thing I've seen in the lead up to this being written and everything was the writer's room, which I don't want to prejudge, but after seeing a picture on Twitter of the writer's room for the show, I'm like, this looks like the Batwoman writer's room. I'm kind of scared.
Look,
I'm kind of scared.
unless it had Roy in it, I wasn't going to really watch this show. But all joking aside, those people, when you see these pictures after like Star Wars, you're kind of like, now I get why these books are as bad as they are.
Yep.
Maybe you don't need to get like super hardcore fans to write this shit. You just need to get people that can write compelling story.
Yes.
So
just good writers.
Get these people that want to like turn Friday the 13th into an allegory for something. They're dumb fucking movies. Like, there is literally a line in one of the movies where the woman screams out, "You dildo." Like, please don't try to turn this into high art. Just turn it into what it is. A genre defining schlocky series that people love to this day. Please don't try to turn it into like God, what's one of those horror movies, Nick, that basically is all about them. Like, fine, don't turn it into Black Christmas 2019.
Oh dear God.
Oh no, please don't.
Yeah, don't try to send a message. Just try to make a good fucking story. Just do
It's
that.
it's not. I mean, look at how good Womp Stomp did with Never Hike Alone too.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah,
that
man.
was we watched that on Friday the 13th. We watched that one after part 3, and they did a phenomenal job with that. That's the best thing I've seen out of that franchise since the original 8. I
Yeah,
mean, and
yeah, and
it's
yeah.
better. It's better than probably at least part 8. I mean,
Mhm.
in the original 8, I mean, it's better than easily better than Jason Goes to Hell and Jason X.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
How did you feel about the remake of Friday the 13th? I don't think it's very bad.
I actually, that was the theme of our show 2 Mondays ago, was I too rough on Friday the 13th, 2009. I've softened a little bit on a few aspects of it, giving more love to the kills and the in it, and what they did with quote unquote pillowcase Jason or potato sack Jason. It looked better. And the actor that they had play Jason, was it Derek Mears,
Yeah.
is an absolute physical like beast. I wish it would have been Kane Hodder. Even though I'm a part 6 guy, Kane Hodder is the definitive Jason, I think. But
I agree.
Dude,
I,
what
I
was it?
didn't I didn't like I didn't to put it mildly, I didn't really care for the remake overall. I didn't.
Yeah, I mean that's that's kind of how I felt as well. It's like it's looking back at like a lot more, like, especially the current Halloween movies. Like it's okay. They're not they're not that bad. This one's not that bad considering.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
I it made
yeah,
money.
that it did. That it did.
I thought it had some good kills and a lot of boobs,
It did.
which
That was the actually that's yeah, I have a lot of clips from that the dancing sequence with Bree was the character's name. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the intro to my main event is her doing her little dance in that song, which
Yep.
it's a good
Yep.
song. It's a good song.
I'll have to go back and listen to it. I can't think of it off the top of my head. So anything else in terms of horror remakes that you think are notable? Dion, you didn't go see the Friday the 13th remake with me back in the day, but you definitely saw the Nightmare on Elm Street remake with me.
Yep.
That was fucking terrible.
I mean, it wasn't great, but there are parts that were okay, but yeah, I mean, Jack, I love Jack Healy any other time, but yeah, he wasn't the best Freddy Krueger.
Can you call him the worst?
Yes.
Actually, there's only 2 actors, so yeah, you can.
Right, there's only 2, so yes, he counts as the worst.
Yeah. Controversial. The newer Bloody Valentine is better than the old one.
Oh, really?
I can live with that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Because
the old
I
one's
do love the
great.
old one, but it's very slow. The newer one,
Yeah, it's not.
it
that
was
good
a
of
lot.
movie.
It was paced a little bit better. Yeah, but I do love how both guys from Supernatural were in 2 remakes.
Yeah. Now they need to do a crossover where both of them team up and fight Jason and whatever he's called in My
The
Bloody
minor
Valentine.
49er.
Steve Minor 49er. Got it.
There we go. Yeah, I know I'm gonna get flack for that, but like, man, listen, I watched the original Bloody Valentine. I respect it, but that newer one it was fun, man. It was real fun. I loved it.
All right, Nick, since that's your hot take on horror, Pete, do you have a hot take on horror?
Damn. I don't know. I just reviewed the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That's only available right now for my channel members. It goes public tomorrow, though. I can't really say anything bad about that one. I don't know. I think I don't know, man. I guess I think Jason is the best slasher there is. I think he's better than Michael Myers. I mean, I don't know if that's controversial, but I mean, that's right now, that's the best I got. I mean, I'm a huge Jason mark. I'm not saying like the movies are dumb fun. That's my favorite horror franchise. It is hands down, far and away. I watch those all year, just, on a whim. But yeah, Jason is by far my favorite slasher. I think he's the best, easily.
Who's your least favorite?
My least favorite?
Please say Chucky.
Yeah, because he's a punk ass doll. Like, somebody just kicked this motherfucker across the room. Like, he's a doll at the end of the day. Like, it always made me laugh when he's choking people out and shit. I'm like, he's got little hands. It's like being choked by a fucking toddler. Like, I had one. Like, they can't choke you out. They're not strong enough. Like, mine's tried. Like, it doesn't work. Like, it just choke slam. I'm just kidding. You don't choke slam toddlers. I'm just kidding. He did ask me. He's like,
calm down.
He's like, yeah, it's like we're playing a family game of Hangman. Never mind.
I'll go
Hey,
get
kids,
the Bowflex.
I was just gonna say, let's go play in the Bowflex, fam. Come on.
Fitness is important.
Oh my god.
Damn.
But no, Chucky,
that-
because the movies are fun, but yeah, he's a doll. Like, he's the least threatening, I would say, out of all of the slashers. Like, yeah, if I have to square off with one of them, it's definitely Chucky.
I feel the same way. I actually rewatched that trilogy. It's a shitty franchise, man. I guess that's my hot take. It's the worst horror franchise. It's like it's not scary. It's stupid.
No.
All these movies are unbelievable, but there's a level of verisimilitude. Like, okay, in Halloween, everyone's busy fucking each other, and the one girl that's busy babysitting and paying attention is the one that survives. But like in Chucky, it's like doll just like randomly jump out, kill you. It's like you said, that thing weighs probably like 9 pounds. No, not even. If that little kid's carrying around, that doll probably weighs 6 or 7 pounds, maybe less.
Yep.
Throw 6 pounds at somebody, they're just gonna go, ow, what the fuck? Even if it hurts, it might bounce off them. Like, I'd love us to do a short, Nick. Next year, let's do this. Let's get a high-end Chucky doll, and let's like make it where it's like Chucky attacks me, and I just throw it into a fireplace and kick it out a window in like 2 minutes. And like end of movie.
Okay. Make sure you write that down as a note, because here's the thing: Halloween's gonna be here and gone soon. I can go to there are like 8 Spirit Halloweens around me. I can go search for a Chucky doll and get it real cheap. Okay. This has to be something we actually do, because I'll go spend the money and go get 2 or 3 of them at real, like 70% off. It's fun. We got to actually do this.
Oh, I'm down. We would need to make it like a 3-minute movie about,
That's fine, man.
White Child's Play is bullshit or something, and it's just like we splice some of the movie together to show it, and then it's like and the doll comes to attack me. We should do one with each of us where we just beat the shit out of it. Like, I want to pull a Hulk, like from the first Avengers, where you just flip it around, bam, 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 and just like really beat the shit out of it. And it's a fucking toy doll. Like, the Talkie Tina works because it doesn't try to stab you and talk shit. It laid on the steps and made the guy trip over and die. Like, that's believable. Oh, and then the doll's like, oh, I'll never get caught. But Chucky's just so stupid.
Oh my god.
It's like Puppet Master.
Those are still going on.
Because they cost $9 to make.
What was his name? Homeboy from The Room.
Greg Sestero.
Yeah, he's in one of those.
Yeah, Vintage Puppet Master or whatever it's called.
Retro Puppet Master, yeah.
Retro Puppet Master.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god, make it stop.
Well, they'll keep making them for $9.25, and
Well, I mean, Full Moon does have their own like VOD service.
But wait, there's more.
Oh, you're not
this
kidding.
One's a screamer. I love scary movies so much.
Oh god, I love the Wayans brothers, man. They need to come back and do more of that shit. I also love the Haunted House, like Haunted House 1 and 2. I fucking love them. They're hilarious to me. I watch those all the time. God, I love them.
I haven't seen the second one. The first one was funny.
Oh no, the second one has Jamie Presley in it, and that's his new wife.
She's awesome.
And and Fluffy is his next door neighbor.
All right, if you're gonna which of these two women would be your more ideal wife, Jamie Presley or Brittany Daniel?
Oh my god, that's a
I know,
tough
right?
one.
That's like,
I gotta go Jamie Presley.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jamie Presley.
Ooh,
I've seen her do some kick-ass fight sequences. I like that.
yeah, I got to go with that too, man. I really do.
yeah, I want to give Brittany Daniel some love because she's in some awesome stuff and looks great, but Jamie Presley, man, she's like, I don't know. She's in Joe Dirt and she looks great. She's in a million other things.
Yeah.
My Name is Earl.
Yep.
Not another teen movie.
Yeah.
Ringmaster
hot
with
one?
Jerry Springer.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah.
That's why we like her. She does really weird shit. That's why.
Yep.
Is she better than Serena Vincent, Nick?
Serena Vincent. Serena Vincent. I don't know, man. Serena Vincent was fucking like completely butt ass naked in none of the teen movies. I don't know. But she also was in she was also in one other movie. She was in what not Cabin in the Woods. What's Cabin in the Woods?
She's in Cabin
No.
Fever.
Cabin Fever. Thank you. Cabin Fever. Yeah. I was trying to think what
That
Cabin
movie's
fucking Fever was.
amazing.
It is good. No,
Yep.
it is good, but it's also like those are two. It's like what else has she done?
Power Rangers.
Eh.
Look, Jamie Presley has a better career. I find it funny when people mistake her for Margot Robbie. It's like, yeah,
Yep.
they look identical.
They do. They're very skinny blonde white women.
But they look good, Nick.
They do. Oh, hey, you will never. I will never deny that ever. Oh God. Also, she was in the fucking part 2 to House on Haunted Hill. Return to House on Haunted Hill. Jesus, that was a part 2. to
There's a
that.
sequel to House on Haunted Hill.
Wait, I didn't even know that.
That's
Why would they
another
make a
remake,
sequel to? Why would they make a sequel to that?
Because I don't know. Because
Because money.
Because they could. Because money. Yeah. This is okay. 07. Yeah. This is during that era where like we're getting a ton of like really quick horror movies, like straight to DVD, straight to theaters, like this really crappy stuff. So yeah, this was like, yeah, because it says return to House on Haunted Hill video 2007. So it just came straight to video.
Speaking of like franchises and stuff like that, are there any that you're happy are gone and dead? Like, I'm glad they don't make fucking Paranormal Activity movies anymore. But we have so many.
I mean, I would say
terrible.
Saw, but like that's still fucking going on.
Yep, just came out with a new one.
Yeah, I am okay. I am happy that there haven't been any Friday the 13th movies in a while, because we were, they're coming out quite a bit, and I'm glad we haven't had any while. So whatever comes out next, we'll actually really pay attention to. I am happy Freddy Krueger's dead. I'm glad that's dead. I don't know. They might revive it another 5 years. Who the fuck knows? But
if they're gonna do one more, they should do it with Robert Englund.
I agree.
Yeah,
he can do it. I mean, we see that guy all the time at these shows. He's a very spry man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad that's kind of gone to the wayside. God, I wish Scream would go that way too. Jesus.
yeah, please, dear Hollywood, stop making fucking Scream.
Yeah. I think that's about it. I wish there were more urban legends, and just because part 3 was Urban Legends Bloody Mary, and that was written video in 05. I wish there was like more of that. I know we're getting another Final Destination, so that's happening.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I wish everybody would quit. Everybody, including Hollywood and indies, would quit making Amityville horror. Like, quit putting Amityville on fucking everything. Please stop it.
Is it because it's cheap?
No, because like the company doesn't own the name or the word. Like, it's not something that they can own. So
Oh yeah, it's a place.
Yeah, it's a place. So like any asshole could make Amityville like fucking rest stop or whatever, and it's that.
Has there ever been a film titled The Amityville Porno?
Probably.
I think there has. I'm not gonna say no because I haven't heard of it, but I'm sure there has. I think there's there have been a few. Yeah.
I'm glad they don't make any more Hostel movies.
Oh
Those were-
god.
No, Nick.
Those were
I don't think
Those-
there is the Amityville Porno. It's just
Okay.
like Amityville stuff, but we should just make a movie titled The Amityville Porno, but it's like the movie X, but it takes place in Amityville.
I'm okay with that. X was good. I'm waiting for Maxine to come out.
Oh, here's my hot take. I thought X was overrated. I watched it and I was like, this is just like a rip-off of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I don't see what's unique about it at all. So that's my
I
really like
completely,
strong
I,
take.
com- I completely understand that. I really do. Because it did have that feel to it. But I'm glad they didn't like hark on the couple being like inbred or anything, or there wasn't any of that bullshit. There wasn't any guy
Were
with
they
a fucking.
inbred?
They weren't. They were husband and wife.
That's what I thought. I was like, wait, how did I
Yeah,
miss
there was
that?
none of there was none of like that like connotation to it at all. It was just like husband and wife or whatever. The kills were really good. I really like that. The alligator
first
in the
one was
water.
great.
Oh, that was good. Also, had Jenna Ortega in it, and she was in like she was in a porno, quote unquote.
I like how that her boyfriend clearly doesn't want her to be in the porno, and then they all fucking die instantly. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like you don't have to
Yeah.
live with the awkwardness of that anymore. You're dead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then you had Pearl that came out. That was the prequel to that. And then we're getting Maxine, which is like the 80s sleazy downtown LA version of that, which I'm kind of down for. I want to see how that goes.
There better be rats, and the movie should smell like piss. Then it's accurately downtown LA.
Dude, New York was not any better, man. It was not any better.
Well, I like Cincinnati, where it's normal here, and
Yeah.
Smell
I
like
like Atlanta as well. You don't get a lot of that, so it's fine.
I like Michigan, where the roads are broken, but you can drive 80 miles an hour before the cops will stop you.
Yep.
That sounds good to me, man. Sounds good to me.
I think Michigan's the best state to drive in. It's so relaxing. You just don't worry about how fast you're going. Cops will go right past you.
Oh man, that's how to do it.
All right. So I do have a couple other questions I wanted to ask you guys in this very fun Halloween episode. Dion, this one's more geared towards you, but I'm sure Pete and Nick can comment as well. Which comic book character belongs in a horror movie?
I mean, there's so many to choose from. I mean, number one for me is Carnage. I mean, Carnage not being in the horror movie. Random video from Jimmy Carp started playing up, but yeah, no, Carnage. I mean, Carnage is by far the number one choice. But then you have, early Venom. I think you could do a great horror movie with any Marvel zombies. I mean, there's a lot of potential there. It's just so many good plus, but hands down, Carnage.
That was my answer originally too, when I came up with the question, because I was out for a walk today. I was like, man, a Carnage movie would be awesome. It's just like a straight slasher. You don't even have to have Spider-Man in it, but if they had the nerve to put Spider-Man in it, he could be like Loomis, hunting down Michael Myers, aka Carnage.
Yeah,
that could be a bitchin' movie.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Plus, it'd be something different and unique. We wouldn't have the same old fucking superhero horse shit. It's like, well, we've never seen anything like this. Let's check it out. And it would probably be pretty damn good if done right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you need the right person. Definitely need the right director. But yeah.
Who you tap into direct?
Yeah. Shit. Damn. You know what? For a Carnage movie, I get Eli Roth to do it.
Ooh. That's a bold move, Cotton.
Yep.
Let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, dude. I dig
that. Pete, what's the comic book character you think would make for a good horror movie?
Well, Dion kind of took part of my answer in Carnage because, yeah, I'd like to see the maximum carnage done in a rated R movie with, a lot of the comic book stuff actually put into it, because those were brutal kills he had in a lot of that run. Another one I would be, honestly, the Winter Soldier, simply because you could use him as almost an effective slasher. Before he got nerfed by the Dora Milaje and, Captain and the Winter Soldier, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But no, I think Bucky would be kind of cool in a slasher role, because think about it. I mean, the dude's an assassin, so he just goes rogue and is an unstoppable killing force, I think that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be interesting.
There's also, you could use psychological horror route with a lot of these supervillains. I mean, I know this is kind of cliched, but you could do a scary movie in Arkham Asylum. That'd be kind of cool too.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That would be amazing. Actually, that would be amazing to watch, because if you did it correctly, you could. You know, you could really make it fucked up and really horrible, because you have all the supervillains and everything like that, and somebody had to go deeper into the prison or whatever to pull something out or to get something or whatever. Yeah, it would be really fun. Yeah, you could definitely have like a team of guys, like a SWAT team, whatever, having to go there and pull somebody out or whatever, and like slowly all of them die in horrible ways. Like, yeah, it'd be interesting to watch that.
Any other ones, Nick, you'd like to see that I haven't mentioned or we haven't mentioned yet?
Let's see. I'm gonna go 80s with it. Give me a slasher movie with Harley Quinn and Catwoman.
Ooh.
Damn.
How would you feel about one of those where they're off at a camp and they're like fighting a slasher?
That'd be the dream. Some skimpy outfit, just fighting the slasher the whole time. Oh, it'd be great. It'd be wonderful.
She pulls out a fucking sledgehammer mallet to kill the slasher at the end of the movie. His head pops like a grape.
That'd be great. Also, another one I just thought of was Papa Midnight from Hellblazer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You could definitely have him use his powers or whatever, because maybe Constantine's gone or New York's going to shit, or he's in some situation where he has to use his magic and he has to like get through stuff, and he's dealing with demons or something, and like, you have that aspect of it. It's really like pull his resources together and try to like get out of it. Or maybe he's trapped in, or maybe he's trapped in his club and some weird shit's going down and he's got to get out.
I mean, any of these would be awesome, because I just want to see the genre get like I don't know, turned on its ear, something different.
I agree. No, I agree. We need rated R stuff. It needs to go that route.
Do you think Spawn could be the one that changes it all if they do it right, or is Spawn way past his prime?
No.
Yeah. I mean, you do it right. I think people are itching to see that movie done all the way right,
Mm-hmm.
But
yep.
Yeah, you'd have to be pretty catastrophic with it at this point to killing interest in Spawn. Because even people who've never read Spawn are like, yeah, man, like I can see that shit.
Yeah. I feel like if they do Spawn, it's rated R and it makes a ton of money like Joker did, you'll see DC and Marvel really look at them and be like, oh shit, they have something here. So, and obviously Spawn has to be done, well enough to where people are like, oh, it's cool, go watch it kind of thing, and it makes money over a long period of time, as opposed to just like 2 weekends and people are like, oh, it's shitty good, don't go watch it, and it falls off. Like, it has to be good, it has to be rewatchable, has to be memorable, has to be something where you're just like, fuck, I can't wait for them to make a part 2, like that.
Yeah, I'm interested. Hopefully it just doesn't suck like the first one. I know Dion's nostalgic for that first Spawn movie, but I remember seeing it as a kid going, what is this?
Dude, that first one, they stretched that budget real far and they tried to do a lot of shit. I mean, like, I enjoyed it because they tried a lot of things. At the height of the technology, they tried a lot of shit that just didn't work out. But I mean, it's like they did it. They told a really good story, and I fucking, once again, huge Michael J. White fan. Fucking love that guy. I'm glad he did it. I hope he's at least has a cameo in the new one or is involved or something, because he fucking deserves it. But that being said, I understand your sentiment. Like, there were some really hokey things in there, but still, I'm with you, Dion. I liked it. I dig it, man. It's a really good movie.
Director's cut or original, Dion?
Give a director's cut.
Yeah, back then, director's cut was just code for the better version.
Yeah.
Right.
Nowadays,
right. Absolutely.
Maybe down the road we'll do an entire director's cut video. What is the best director's cut of a film?
Hell yeah, man.
And why is it not the Star Wars special editions?
Oh my god.
Also, too, another one of these things that I had for us tonight, in terms of questions and topics and fun stuff before we check in with the chat, is Ghostbusters a Halloween movie? Like,
Absolutely.
Is that something you can watch for Halloween, or is it just kind of like a comedy that just happens to have a couple supernatural elements?
Definitely
I
Halloween.
definitely Halloween because I
You
feel like
watch
it's also it's I feel like it's almost it's in the category of like Shaun of the Dead. Like Shaun of the Dead has horror elements in it, but you can definitely watch it during Halloween. It definitely counts as like one of those movies for sure.
So what I'm hearing
know.
is you should watch Ghostbusters every day because it's that
Yeah.
good of a movie.
Yeah, I mean, once again, we've talked about it to nauseam. I'm sure the audience is sick of us talking about the original Ghostbusters. That's actually fucking good, but like it's edited so well. The music's on point. Everything's on point. You can't take out or add a frame to it. That will mess it up if you do that. Because even when you've watched like the deleted scenes or the other things that they want to put in that film, you couldn't add them in. It would break the pacing immediately. And that movie is very perfectly paced. With the songs, the audio, even the montage of with Larry King doing his voiceover and all that stuff. Like, oh man, it's wonderful. It's great.
Do you think Ghostbusters is a film made in the editing room?
Yeah.
No, I mean a lot. A lot of the shit that hits between the actors, that chemistry, you can't put that together just through simple editing.
Well said. Pete, who's your favorite Ghostbuster?
Oh man. That's tough. I share a name with Vankman. I love Bill Murray's character of Peter Venkman. Egon is fun. Winston is the rock I think he's the rock of the crew, man. He's the most grounded. Ray is like the lovable one, and I think that's always gravitated towards Ray. He's Dan Aykroyd. Just I don't know. It's just something about Dan Aykroyd. It's tough for me to pick a favorite, but I would probably go with Ray in that. Mr. Ray's stance.
He's my favorite too. I usually go for Dan Aykroyd. If it's like Dan Aykroyd's in the film, he's probably my favorite character. And it's hard to just talk about that, even when I talk about Trading Places, because Dan Aykroyd's just as good as Eddie Murphy in that movie. It's just a different type of humor.
They're both powerhouses playing off each other in that movie, and it's wonderful to see them do it. Like the execution was spot on. It was great.
Part of the movie I always quote is, "You're a prostitute." Like, even the funniest line in that movie, just his delivery is amazing.
I know, man. It's really good. Oh, jeez.
Well, it's the same thing with him and John Candy in The Great Outdoors.
Oh, I mean,
it's
yes.
like, you've got those are comedic heavyweights, no pun intended, with John Candy, but I mean, they're both amazing comedians and actors. So it was, it's like, who do you like more? It's like, ooh, that's a toughie.
Okay, another one, Dragnet.
Oh
yeah, with Tom Hanks.
Yep. Dragnet's one of my favorites. I fucking love that movie. And also another one that came up on Google, Spies Like Us.
That's a great movie too.
Yeah, that is completely underrated. I fucking love Spies Like Us.
How do you feel about Casper the Friendly Ghost that had Dan Aykroyd in it?
For a second.
Hey, he was a Ghostbuster. Best part of that movie.
He was a Ghostbuster with a mustache. It was hilarious.
Who are you gonna call? Somebody else.
Yeah, somebody else.
We watched that up in Michigan. It was I mean, it's always been a fine movie. I'm not gonna all of a sudden shit on it like it's terrible. It's like I liked it as a kid. It's fine as an adult. It's very 90s, but
Oh yeah, very much so.
Like that and Hocus Pocus are like the two kids horror movies of the 90s for me. Like those are the ones that when you think like 90s kids horror, it's like obviously you got Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark on TV, and in theaters it was those two. It's a good time to be a horror fan in the 90s. As a kid, at least.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. Are You Afraid of the Dark was a little edgier.
It was better than Goosebumps.
Yeah, I haven't seen the new Goosebumps, so I can't say anything about that. But
yes, you have seen the new Goosebumps. Have you seen A Nightmare on Elm Street, Nick? I started watching the new Goosebumps for the hell of it. It's our audience and the sphere that we operate in would hate it, because it's got
okay.
all the boxes that everyone's gonna go, oh god.
Oh wow, it's
yeah.
Disney. I was slightly hopeful, but thank you for telling me not to watch it because I'm not gonna waste my time now.
The thing I hated is so they tie all the Goosebumps things into one narrative. So you know how in the books they were all different. It would be like the slappy things, one thing, the camera, this and that, the cuckoo
Yeah.
clock.
Yeah.
They basically tie it into the parents kill some guy, kind of like Freddy Krueger, and he comes back to haunt these kids, and is like all the events or all the magical things happen from one event at this Halloween party. So each episode is like basically retelling the same events of how the kid got, the camera from Say Cheese and Die. Or I didn't finish the series. I don't think I will, but I got halfway through it, and I, can form an opinion based on that.
Damn it, the movies with Jack Black were way better.
I love those, man. I watched those with my kid a million times. Those are fun.
Yeah, and Jack Black being R.L. Stein is he did such a good fucking job. It's so hilarious.
The creatures look good in those too.
They do look wonderful. Yeah, I wish I don't know they're gonna do a third one, but I was just like, because like they did two of them, I was like, man, they should do a third one because they were actually really fun.
I know, I was hoping that because the last one they did was I think 2017.
Yeah,
I think that was the second one.
Yeah, Haunted Halloween.
Yep.
Now I gotta watch the second one because I missed out on it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we're in Halloween 2023. Are you guys going to do anything amazing? I know a couple of us are going to go to parties this weekend, but let me rephrase that. What are you guys going to dress up as?
Well, I was Hillary and I were Thomas and Martha Wayne again, so that was pretty damn fun.
I love that so much.
And and the only and obviously D2 wearing the Batman 89 really took it home for me. My brother Etep over here talking about when he was proud with his boy. When he was wearing that 89 Batman, I was like, yep, this is the right
sir.
way. So yeah, man, that was.
Did you ever dress up as 89 Batman, Dion?
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Back in
I've never been Batman for Halloween.
90s.
I don't think I ever dressed up as a superhero ever in my entire life. I have t-shirts, but never the full costume.
I was a big Batman dude, so Batman was my thing. Because by the time I got into Daredevil and Iron Man, I wasn't, obviously doing superheroes as my costume.
You can't really dress up as Iron Man. You can dress up as Tony Stark.
Too much work.
Oh yeah, Tony Stark's easy to do. That's easy to do. Yeah.
I always laugh at the conventions where there's like white guys that mildly look like Robert Downey Jr. So they get the fake goatee and they walk around like they're actually Tony Stark. It's like, this is low level cosplay if there is one. So at least get the light up helmet.
Sometimes if it can't, you close enough, it counts.
First horseshoes and hand grenades.
First cosplay I ever did was Nick Fury.
Is it wrong? My brain went to you're not black, and then I went, wait a second, Nick Fury wasn't black in the comic either.
Yeah, same here. That's why I'm laughing. I'm just like, what do you mean, Nick Fury?
Oh no, I did the Samuel Jackson one.
Okay.
We had the same hair. All I had to do was put an eye patch on, and I had a goatee already. So I got the leather get up, and got a few gimmick weapons, and I'm like, boom, I'm Nick Fury.
That's funny.
I don't have the hair to do the David Hasselhoff Nick Fury. All right.
I remember that. God damn it! Straight to the fucking video movie. Oh, geez.
Back when I was hungry for a real superhero movie, and now I'm tired of them.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you my costume for this year. Here you go. I got a screen share here real quick. There you go.
Yes.
I love it.
That's a little that's just a little preview from a little short I'm working on for the channel. But yeah, that's my costume this year. I was Jason last year, so I'm gonna do the Michael Myers one this year. My kid was Freddy last year, and he had the sweater that was ripped open with the all the soles popping out.
Oh my god,
stomach piece. little corduroys. And he has fedora and he's got a mask, but he got to wear the glove that I wore in like, was it 4th grade? I was Freddy. Yeah. I think I was Freddy in 4th grade. And then I was actually in 5th grade. I was Big Ben from House. If anybody remembers the movie House,
Is
Richard
that the one
Malt.
with isn't Harry Potter the name of the kid in that movie? Because there's 2 houses, right?
Yeah, the first one. He was the one that William Catt was in Vietnam with, and he died in the jungle. So I had just like some of my dad's old tattered stuff I put on and did some makeup on my face and had like a toy M60, and yeah, I was good to go. Nobody knew who the hell I was because none of my friends had ever seen that movie because they were lame.
There were years where I was Michael Myers in college. You remember that, don't you, Dion?
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's funny. You know how nowadays everyone just like posts videos of themselves scaring people dressed as Michael Myers and that they put on social media. I used to do that back in the day in college, but like I took it to the next level. I always had like 3 people with me hide away so that no one could ever claim I did shit. But like I would like wait till it's really dark and like hide in like, you know how with the lamp, the light comes down and you can like kind of be in the shadow, kind of not. I'd be in the weirdest places in that damn costume just to scare people. It was always awesome. If I can find the videos, maybe I'll put them on our TikTok or something. But
There
yeah,
you go. There you go. Well, I mean,
used to-
don't
I love
put
that
them
Michael
on
Myers
TikTok.
costume.
We might get canceled in 30 seconds. So I don't know about that.
Sure, let's go for it.
Somebody would find something offensive with it from back then and be like, "Oh, this is terrible. Cancel."
My favorite one was I was just walking around and this frat party invited me in and gave me a beer. I was like, cool. So my first college beer was in my Michael Myers costume.
Nice.
I lived in a dry dorm. It sucked freshman year. Dion, you were there.
Yep. I mean, luckily it was a good people lived there, but yeah, man.
Yeah, you
I
lived
was
on the
glad,
fun
you
floor.
know.
I had all the nerdy kids that were like, I can't do that. That's against school policy. It's like, fuck, I'm never going to talk to you people again.
Second
after
floor
this
was a
shit.
little different.
Jeff was like ogre nerds.
Yeah, and I was ready to like fucking midget toss somebody. Like I was so over those people the freshman year. I don't talk to
That's
any
hilarious.
of them anymore.
I wonder why.
Because they were boring. They wouldn't go to parties. They wouldn't do anything. They're like, it's not like they were staying in to study. They would stay in and watch Mythbusters all day and like dumb shit like that.
Oh my god,
that's a good show too.
I mean, like, oh yeah, but it's not. It's one of those things where it's like I'm sure Discovery Channel at that point would show it again like in 3 hours. It's fine. Just go have a drink.
They showed it nonstop back then.
That's true. They did. And I remember that they did show it nonstop back then.
It's like there's a time and place for Call of Duty and Halo 3, but maybe we should, go out and have some fun. It is college after all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the next year I made up for it, and Dion, we became buddies.
Damn right.
The legend of your goddamn apartment, my friend.
Yes. Oh, great times, man. Great times.
In like 20 comic books from now, I'll do one called Dion's Apartment, and it'll just be a fictionalized version of a night gone wrong, Dion. It'll be the time we beat those white girls in beer pong and stole all their food after they passed out.
Hey.
Hashtag true story.
Oh god.
Legends always have small beginnings.
Yeah.
Oh,
my favorite part of that night was when the girl that was talking shit to us at beer pong was like, I'm parked in a handicap spot, blah, blah, blah. And she was talking shit. And then her car got a huge ticket. And we just laughed and we're like, that's what you get.
Yep.
She was the worst.
God damn it. That sounds
Spot,
terrible.
baby.
All right, guys. Let's check in with the audience. Nick, what do you think of this title card for tonight's show?
I love it. I think it's hilarious. Just sitting
Well,
there
comes-
it's like he killed Pennywise. Like, I took your balloon. I'm just gonna sit here with it.
Well, it's AI generated because you know how Bing's got that new software.
Yeah. I've heard good things about their about what they're doing over there.
It's kind of bullshit though, because I had the prompts come up and it wouldn't accept them. They said they were inappropriate. Would you like to hear some of the inappropriate prompts that were denied?
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, first one. Jamie Lee Curtis riding on a Ninja Turtle.
Oh God, that sounds terrible, Jeff. What the hell were you thinking?
Here's another one. Super Mario wearing a Freddy Krueger sweater jumping over Ronald Reagan.
The actor? Sorry.
Here's another banned one. Michael Myers in a tuxedo getting an award from Jamie Lee Curtis.
These are oh God. I know and I know these AIs are like getting more and more locked down because people are trying to, make certain images with them and things like that, but come the fuck on, man.
They're a little too uptight if you ask me.
They really are. I know. I watched a tutorial about somebody who could there was a way to get your own AI running on your own machine, and it was pretty much wide open. It's kind of scary.
Well, guess what is also considered inappropriate? Pierce Brosnan is James Bond riding a hoverboard in a realistic style. Also, a Spider-Man action figure that looks like Tobey Maguire in a 3D render. That's considered risque. And here was my favorite one that I wish would have worked because I really wanted to see this. A choose-your-own-adventure novel starring Pee Wee Herman. That would have been incredible.
You need to talk to the guy I keep posting about in the Facebook group, John Devlin, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
He does a ton of AI art. He would be the one you talk to about the prompts and things like that, man. Honestly, because everybody who's in our Facebook group has seen me repost this stuff where it's been the versus stuff, all the versus stuff we've had, and Mummy versus Wolfman, and Mummy versus for Friday 13th or Jason or whatever, a bunch of that stuff I've been reposting. All the AI art he's been doing the last couple of weeks.
But does the Wolfman have nards in the photo, Nick?
I don't know. I don't know if he prompted the AI to give it nards.
Originally, this was Michael Myers alone at his own Halloween party, and that was considered inappropriate as well. So,
God.
I guess to be fair, the shape I technically made this because this is a prompt I created in a fucking Bing. So I guess technically we created this image. Do we own copyright on it? I don't think so. But
yeah, that's always a gray area with the AI art. I know some people say yes or no, but it seems like it's a very gray area now.
I'm just happy that the AI used the original Michael Myers mask and not not
the Part 5 mask or something.
Oh,
what is the worst Michael Myers mask? Is it the Part 5 mask?
yes.
H2O. I don't like the H2O one.
H2O is so
Which
shitty.
one?
The one where he's breaking through the door. That one.
Okay.
Because I know in H2O they also put a CG one on him or something. It's really bad.
Would you guys like to see the worst Michael Myers prompt I got today?
Oh God, yes.
Yes.
All right, it's gross.
Oh.
Can you guess what the prompt is?
Michael Myers eating cake for his birthday?
Close. Pete, would you like to guess?
Michael Myers vomiting pumpkin pie.
Dion?
Michael Myers on a date, and the date gets some cheesecake and prizes, and he's so excited that he throws up.
No. You're close. It's just Michael Myers eating a Cheesecake Factory. That's what it got. So
Oh.
Clearly,
Oh,
because
there's a couple more.
no one wants to go to the Cheesecake Factory right now.
would you want to go to the Cheesecake Factory with Michael Myers? He might stab you if you don't. I don't think Michael Myers would stab you if he actually ate a meal with you. He would just kind of breathe in the mask at you.
Yeah, that's all he would do.
Is this one a little more obvious for you?
Oh God. That
And then
is
there was this
terrible.
one.
Oh my God.
And that was my personal favorite.
That last one looked like Beetlejuice and almost
This
a little
one?
bit. Yeah.
I like how AI art can't tell what his actual costume or suit is. So here he's wearing a hoodie. Here he's got inmate outfits on.
Yeah, he's got a jumpsuit outfit or something.
He's got his
on.
hair all slicked back, looking okay,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love.
Jesus.
All right, let's do a Halloween themed one together on air before we check in with the audience, and then we'll do an audience based one. So, folks in the chat, if you can come up with a great prompt, let's turn it into something fun. But Pete, since you're our guest tonight, give us the first part of our prompt. So who's the fictional character? Keep it horror themed.
All right, let's go with Horace Pinker.
From The Shocker.
Yes.
All right, Nick, what is Horace Pinker doing?
Let's see. Horace Pinker, what did he do? Let's have him baking a cake.
And Dion, where is the location of this cake baking at?
His bathroom.
All right, let's see how inappropriate this is. Well, hold on. It's starting to render.
Well, that's good. At least it took the prompt.
Yeah. Oh, it
Next,
worked.
he can-
Oh, it worked. All right, hold on. I have to put this fucking thing on screen though from the audience from Godzillionaire. One in the pinker, two in the stinker.
Oh my god. That's not Horace Pinker. Jesus Christ.
Bursky
Here's another
spin the
one.
Bursky. That's Colonel
Just a second.
Sanders.
What the fuck?
He looks like Freud. And finally, we got this one.
Oh
I
my
just saw the
God.
ultravection oven right by the toilet.
The cake's Pinker. He's got to wipe his stinker. That's not hygienic.
Oh my god.
Let's see. I'm looking for the chat to see if they have anything else. Give folks in the chat, give us the fictional character first. While we're waiting for that, give us a fictional character, an action, and a location. Dion, let's do one with you. Pick a fictional character.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Great Gatsby.
All right. So should we put Jay Gatsby?
Yeah.
All right. Pete location. Or sorry, Pete action.
Jumping rope.
Nick location.
Let's see. I try the Playboy Mansion. See if that comes up. I'm probably gonna make it inappropriate, but let's see what it does.
Yep, it did not work. It's a new
Shit.
location.
Let's see. Jumping rope. On I don't know. On a plane.
All right, on a plane.
Yeah. Let's try this.
It's going. It could still flop hard
Okay.
because there's a second phase of this where it goes, this image is inappropriate. We cannot show it to you. It's like, but you took my credit. Give me back my fucking credit, machine.
Your credits.
All right, here we go. This is... That's
Oh
my
my
favorite
God.
one.
What the
He's
heck?
going through the fucking.
There's a
thing with the
gremlin on the wing of the plane.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to go for that.
I don't know.
What?
There's a giant on the wing. Holy shit!
I know. What the hell's going on? What's look at something coming out of his nose or something in that second one. What the hell's...
That's the jump rope in his mouth.
That's weird. Okay. Yeah. Okay. They'll put the jump rope in his mouth, but anything else we talk about is inappropriate. Okay. Whatever. Jeez.
Okay, so Nick, pick a fictional character.
Let's see here. Give me okay. Let's try this. Freddy Krueger.
All right, Dion, an action. Did you pick action already?
No.
Okay, so you pick an action.
Baking cookies.
Okay, Pete, where's the location?
The Home Depot.
Oh, I hope this one fucking works. All right.
Okay. That's interesting.
You're baking cookies? You can do it. We can help. The Home Depot.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Oh, whoa. Okay, I clicked away for a second. Now,
Wow.
let's check this out.
Oh my God.
Well, we got a couple images. So first, ew, this is creepy looking.
Wow, his face is
Fucking
weird.
terrifying.
Wow.
That's scarier than the real Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, that's interesting. Holy shit.
But you know what's interesting? Freddy Krueger wears rubber gloves when cooking food because he cares about food safety. He'll kill you, but he won't contaminate your cookies. I guess that's the only one that popped up because that's a legit image.
That's okay.
Right.
That's it. That's all we only got one.
Macadamian, bitch.
That's all we get.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'll pick a silly one since it's horror themed. How about Jason Voorhees races kid in a wheelchair? Is this gonna work? Oh, it's gonna work.
Okay, all right,
Is this-
all right. It took
Is
it.
this
It took
before
it.
or after he stuck the machete in his face? Mark, no.
Dude, how would it be if it's a picture of him running down the stairs after a kid?
Oh my God. Oh shit. I love it. I love it. Come on, son. Let's go.
Thanks, Dad. Let's go all the way back to Crystal Lake.
Oh my God.
Is he chasing a small Asian boy?
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Either he's chasing him or he's racing him. It looks like he's racing him.
Jason's left hand in that last picture looked like he had claws.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh, he does. Dude, look
Yeah.
at this one with the machete. It's like coming out of his fingers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's AI art for you, man. That's how it is.
Like real artists are getting better with hands. All right, so let's check in with the audience. So we got Leatherface. That'll be our character. Let me type that one in. And then what is our action? Checking out the actions. Let's see what we got. Ooh, I kind of like this one. You guys want to see Mulder and Scully versus Michael Myers?
Yes.
All right, let me type that one in. We'll do that one next. Let's do Leatherface eating. I want to do farting, but you know it's going to be inappropriate. All right, Leatherface making spaghetti. Where should Leatherface make spaghetti? Chat, tell us real quick.
There she makes spaghetti.
What if it's making spaghetti out of a person with a chainsaw? That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I need to make horror movies.
I'm making spaghetti at Olive Garden.
At Olive Garden, okay. When you're here, you're family, and we know how Leatherface feels about family.
I'm about to say that's why I did that.
All right. Please provide a more descriptive prompt. Leatherface making spaghetti at Olive Garden. How is that not descriptive enough?
I guess like try cooking spaghetti or like I don't know, plating spaghetti or whatever. I don't know. See if that works.
How about this? Leatherface cooking an Italian dinner at Olive Garden, wearing wait, hold on. What should you be wearing?
Wearing a mask of somebody's face. See if
Well,
it'll
that's
take
Leatherface
that.
already.
Okay. I don't know.
Wearing a beret
a
and
beret.
Crocs
God
with
damn it.
Phyllis
With a
Diller screaming at him about the undercooked. Is that descriptive enough, motherfucker? There
Too
we go.
descriptive. Too descriptive.
If it says it's too descriptive, I'm throwing something.
I would not blame you one bit.
All right, let's see what we're gonna get.
Oh god.
Oh, we got 4. That's Pinhead.
That's Pinhead.
That's a chicken.
That is a fucking the Crocs are on point though.
Yeah, the Crocs are perfect.
Oh my god.
That Phyllis Diller lady looks more like my aunt, but oh well. There's just
What
a
the
crock
fuck?
on the table.
There's a crock on the table. Oh my god. That looks like fucking Jason. What the hell?
It does. I like how he looks like a Joker goon with that leather jacket and hat combo, like the
Yeah.
one from the alleyway.
Yep.
Is Party Man playing in the background?
Oh god, what the
Rock a
fuck
party
is
like
that?
nobody can.
What the fuck is that?
That's Jessica Walter from what is that show? I can't think of it. With the Bluth family, brain fart. Let's check this one out. Mulder and Scully meet Michael Myers. Drawn like a Scooby-Doo cartoon.
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Let's see. Oh, okay.
Let's see. The audience is waiting. Phyllis Stiller.
Phyllis Diller. Jesus.
So we just do the Joker. Okay, we'll do it.
What the fuck?
Let's click
Wait
on
a
this
second.
together.
What the?
That looks like
I like how
Supernatural.
Scooby-Doo's actually there.
Yeah, it's weird.
Does Mulder have a knife?
He does.
Mulder. Okay, damn it.
Mulder's gonna cut Scoob's ear off.
Yeah, no shit, man.
Thanks, yo. This one is
Mulder looks
Mulder,
like
Charlie
fucking
Sheen.
Yeah, Mulder looks like fucking Castiel, man. I swear to God, that fucking coat and tie.
That's what I was thinking. Is it Castiel or Constantine? Here we go. What the?
What is going? Are they gonna kill the dog? What the fuck?
Oh my god!
Michael Myers looks like Thomas Hayden Church.
I was gonna say, is that Mickey Rourke?
It might be. Free the
Yeah,
plastic
Mulder
surgeries.
looks like fucking Dick Tracy with that jawline. What the fuck is going on?
If only he had the watch.
Yeah, if only he had the watch. Jeez.
All right, here we go. This will be a fun final one, unless the audience gives me something crazy to do. Let's see. The Joker, Pennywise, and who else was in the comment? And Ronald McDonald walk into a bar in a realistic style. And I spelled realistic incorrectly. Let's fix that. Boom. I want to do pixel art of all of us, but I don't think an AI generator is going to know how to do it. So
Yeah,
I'll just hire somebody to do some pixel art for us.
there you go.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit.
We got the Joker, and Ronald McDonald. Literally walking into a bar,
Holy shit,
holding
dude.
French fries.
What the fuck? Oh, wait, what?
That's weird, but it's cool.
Yeah, which Joker's that on the right there?
Huh?
It's like Heath Ledger's Joker costume, but like
Yeah, without the
your Spanish
face thing?
teacher.
yeah.
What the? I knew Ronald McDonald was Pennywise.
He actually is in this photo. It's kind of creepy. The final one. I'm
Yeah,
saving this one.
That's weird. That's weird.
Oh my god, this was too much fun. I had way too much fun. Yeah, Ronald McDonald does have the highest body count of them all the heart disease. All right, one last one, and then I swear we'll go with the audience. This is just too much fun. Pick a character, Nick.
Okay. Let's do a zombie. Let's do a zombie.
Pete, pick a character.
Angela Lansbury.
Beyond.
What was her?
Pick a character. All right, I'll pick a character since Dion is away. Zombie, Angela Lansbury, a horse, and who's our final character? Who's a good one? Harrison Ford. Let's see if this works.
Oh wow.
Content warning. What? How is Harrison Ford? How do they drive to the mall in a DeLorean offensive? The kids from Stranger Things fight a giant Kathy Griffin.
A giant Kathy Griffin. I like that.
See, inappropriate.
How? How is
I
that
have no
inappropriate?
clue.
That is dumb.
All right, I'll type this in for myself. Jake the Snake Roberts fights. He pick a wrestler.
The Brooklyn Brawler.
Nick, pick a wrestler.
Stone Cold.
At Arby's. There we go. They're going to fight at Arby's. Is this inappropriate? Better not be. So, our last one, folks. We need some drama music. Hold on. I can give you some drama music right here.
Oh wow.
What, the music or the video? The pictures?
The pictures.
This is...
Wow, that's actually...
It looks like The Undertaker and Stone Cold.
Yeah, it does. That's on Jake the Snake Roberts. There's a snake there coming out of the burger, though, for no reason.
On the right, is that bald Triple H?
It looks more like bald Triple H than anything else.
Yeah, it does. God, they look like action figures there. Holy shit.
That looks like Kane Hodder in the middle.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And why does Arby's sell cheeseburgers? Like, I know they have that one, but it's like a Big Mac over here.
That's definitely fucking Triple H right there. Or is that Thor? I don't know.
It looks like James Storm. This looks like a statue of Goldberg.
It does.
Why is Terry Funk there?
What the hell's going on with the hands?
One?
Where are the? I love
This guy's fucking face.
I love
Jesus.
I love how I give you shit for inappropriate images, but this is pretty inappropriate because look where his hand is. It's right above the belt.
It's in his side.
I know.
Oh my god.
What do you think was our best result of the night? Was it Freddy Krueger?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
He's just like, yeah, because his face looks gnarly as shit.
Like, this is the type of shit.
And I love it. This weird. Yeah, they got fucking Home Depot correct. It's crazy.
Yeah,
the
he
mixer
did.
there and everything. Like they did a good job.
It's a KitchenAid mixer. Great. All right, folks. Clearly, you guys like the prompts. So, if you ever want more, let me know. God, Michael Myers wearing a Speedo. Oof.
It won't even like, yeah, it won't even take that. I'm sure. There's no way.
I don't want to see that. That's the thing. That is.
You could probably do Michael Myers wearing swim trunks, and it may take that, but even that is probably a little bit like, oh, inappropriate.
While we're getting ready for super chats, let's get this one rendering. There we go. So, all right. So our first message comes from our friend. Let's see. Where was it at? Right here. We already got the cooter one. Enrique, what's up? Enrique came all the way to visit me in Vegas. Thanks, buddy. He says, hail WCBS. Everyone press that like. Jeff, happy late birthday. Hope you had fun. I did. Also, my kid might be home Monday. Oh, congratulations, man. Yikes. Random button, please. You're going to be great, man. Don't worry. And if you need any advice, you can always call Dion. But you know what? Here's a random button for you that this thing is going to pretty much take up your life for a while.
What's that smell?
Jeez.
Now, the Cartman on a moped turned out cool because this is a good one. This is a good one, but this one is fucking awesome right here.
Yeah,
I like
that
this
is
one
really
quite
cool.
a bit. I might use get this color palette for some of my books in the future. Ooh, I really like looking at this.
Yeah, dude, download it. Save it for later.
It looks kind of cold. Like, never mind. I'll spare you the art. Thank you, though, Enrique. Joseph Bianowicz says, let's get ready to slam that salami. Hail to all. Hail to all the men of WCBS. And please, since it's Halloween, Ghost Horse, please, Jeff, and Buffalo Jeff.
Oh, my God.
Well, poor Dion, he's not available right now. He's muted, but I think he can hear me. Can you hear me, Dion? Hear me, Dion. Know me, Dion. I know you.
But here's your request for the horse button. Hopefully, Dion comes back to this in progress. Not creepy at all. Zombie Box Reviews sends in a super sticker. Thank you very much, Zombie Box Reviews, for your super sticker. We greatly appreciate you. And thanks for staying up late with us for WCBS. Dixon Cider says, hope you get a P.O. box set up soon, Jeff. I have gifts for you, Nick, Kendo, and Dion. Non-horse related. Have fun for Halloween. I will have fun for Halloween. And I'll also get that P.O. box set up in the next 2 weeks before. I definitely will have it before Thanksgiving. And we'll bring back our Tales from the P.O. box. I still have that damn button. Or that bumper. So
yeah,
we'll definitely make that. Send us fun stuff. We'll turn it into awesome content for you guys. Shrubbles Away says Halloween with Honkers 2, The Rise of Cooter.
Dion Green, ready for some cootering this Halloween?
Poor Dion's not here. But the audience is in the spirit to troll him.
Who are you? What are you doing here, and where are my horses?
Are you scared yet, Nick?
No.
Good. Mr. Floppy Knickers has an excellent question. Who is your favorite B horror director of the giant/mutant/killer animal/bug genre?
Roger Corman. That's who.
Yeah, mine too. Mainly for Piranha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, even in the heyday of the Saturday night sci-fi movie, he did like Piranhaconda. God, he did like Sharktopus, like so much shit. It was great. It really was.
Pete, anything you want to add in terms of your favorite?
No, it's Roger Corman far and away. Yeah, just the best. I mean, how many titles does he have under his belt? Is there anybody else?
Jesus Christ.
I can't think of one. I mean, the guy's just got an impressive array of work.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, the only other guy I can think of is probably like Jim Wynorski, but his stuff is a little bit more risque. He does do the giant animal stuff, but it's not. It's few and far between.
All right, up next. Really, that's inappropriate. Stone Cold and Booker T in a grocery store on Mars with Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't appropriate. It's weird.
How?
That's why I brought it up. Hal is right. Goddamn computers. Silent Bob 78, what is up? He says, would you ever watch the Japanese horror movie Sweet Home that spawned the Famicom game of the same name and ultimately Resident Evil? Of course we would watch that, Nick. Do you want to add that to a watch list movie that we watch over on Patreon or something?
Yeah, man, definitely. I'll add it to the list. I'll make sure to look it up and find it so we can watch it and give you
I
guys
just
our
wrote it down
our
myself.
commentary, man.
Because I
Yeah,
love
I'm
Resident
down for that.
Evil.
I do, man. Like the first few movies were a lot of fun. Obviously, it like kind of went downhill real quick, but yeah, I did enjoy them because they were just ridiculous.
I tried watching it. Sorry, I clicked on something. The AI did give me Stone Cold in a grocery store. I watched Silent Hill last night. It was okay back in the day, but I guess I was tired and all they kept doing is scream, so I turned it off. But did you guys like that movie?
The first one was good. The second one was crap. Oh my god, it was so bad. It was terrible.
I like the first one because Laurie Holden was wearing that leather cop outfit. So
yeah,
I never
for no fucking reason she was.
Never played the game, but she was fine as hell, and I had a thing for her. So that's the only reason I really like. I wasn't a big fan of it, honestly, because like I said, I never played the game, so I didn't really know too much. So I just watching the movie, I was like, meh. The first you're talking about Resident Evil, I played, I almost beat the first game, but I never played anymore after that. The movies I watched like the first three, and they were fine for what they were. They were kind of just dumb action fun, that kind of, your zombie aspect of it. It's got a little action, a little horror in it. I liked them.
Well, we'll have to have you come over and watch Sweet Home, because I want to look into the Famicom game, because it's interesting that they would make horror games on the NES where the graphics are very, I can't call them archaic because we grew up with them, but like back then you couldn't really have to me at least, you couldn't do anything scary on the system. Like the Freddy Krueger game's not scary.
No, and I love how parents got up in arms with the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre game. I was like, there's nothing on, like, for the Atari, and I was like, the fuck is wrong with you? There's nothing on this. Have you seen games now? Jesus,
it's not scary at all.
No, it's kid shit, man. That's what it is. But parents, there were some fucking Karens who got a little too uppity, and we're just like, we need to take this away from our kids. We're having too much fun with it. We can't have that.
Speaking of having too much fun, I typed in this prompt, and I didn't mean to get this, but I want to put this on a fucking t-shirt. Would you guys wear this t-shirt? Choi's Your Owl Adventure. Bob Ross and Spider-Man.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that. Just obviously, redo the words and stuff, but I think you're fine.
I already have one Bob Ross t-shirt. Why not?
Rob, okay.
Rob Bottom Rock.
Yeah. For a second I thought I said boob, and I was like, what? Oh god. Computer don't know word.
You think this will work, George W. Bush, or is he offensive?
Probably offensive. It'll be offensive.
It is.
Oh, jeez.
Choose Abe Lincoln instead, because he's not a controversial figure. He's also dead. Thank you, Silent Bob. Brett Cohen, what is up? He says, I really need Buffalo Jeff doing a Shatner Hurt style My Little Pony for Dion still. The irks and creeps to sag his bags would put the joy to all.
I mean, we can make that a Patreon
Dion,
thing.
wake up.
Oh God, yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Like I said, folks, we're rescheduling and we're getting ready for 2024. It's going to be a big time year. Just finishing up Wokebusters. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's amazing. I'm very happy with it. Why does Hank Hill have a goatee?
That's weird, man. That's real.
And what is pre-wine?
It's Hank Hill's pre-wine, Jeff. Oh, damn it, I'm selling pre-wine and pre-wine accessories over here.
Whoa! Popine? Why is this one cut out like a sticker?
Come on, Honest Abe. Buy some of my pop-on.
It looks like a sticker or a pin or something. It's weird.
This says, I, Hal S. Your Popone, Abe Lincoln.
Oh my god. What the fuck? What the fuck is that?
That's Ronald Reagan he's shaking hands
It's
with.
Reagan.
Oh my god,
Mr. Hill, tear down that fence. Let the cons in. Tear down that fence.
There's a
Hank Hill
$5
is
bill
like,
behind them. What the fuck is that?
I don't know, and he looks like Wayne Knight. When did
Let's
Hank
say he's
Hill
got a
get so
big ass.
fat?
Hello, Newman.
Oh damn it!
Oh, let's see. Our next super chat, our message. Brett Cohen, you just send me what you'd like me to say or sing to Dion. Like, give me the song because I don't know. I do know "Hurt," but I don't know what the My Little Pony part would be because I hurt myself today to see if I could bleed and all that. That'd be fun. Maybe I'll
doing a Johnny Cash song like that. Yeah. If you can,
should
if
I
you can
find the instrumental and just do the whole song?
Oh yeah, dude. That'd be if you
Yes.
if you can find it a couple octaves lower and slower, it'd be great. It'd be real creepy.
I know how to audio edit. I'll just pitch it down and
Yeah.
do it that way myself.
There you go.
I hurt myself today. For Dion Green to bleed.
Oh god, just make sure you have some hot tea next to you in case your voice breaks or your throat hurts or something.
Yeah.
I'll be singing "I Hurt Myself Today" just to do Buffalo Jeff.
There you go.
I hurt
Monsters-
myself today.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Macho Man Randy Savage is like one of the greatest characters in pop culture history.
God, him and Ultimate
Absolutely.
Warrior were fucking wild, man.
The amount of cocaine those two ingested before they cut their promos was, I'm sure, just mind blowing.
You should watch a video. I won't play it on the channel because the audio is too fucking blown out. But it's called "Macho Man Kills Hulk Hogan in a Slim Jim Fueled Bloodlust."
Oh God. I'll pull it up.
That's hilarious.
Okay. Really? It took my ticket, and my prompt time is now 12 hours. That's lame. I guess I had too much
Oh.
fun on the show, guys.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Thanks, AI. When can you just not suck? Anyway, Monster01 says the 26th of October is awesome. The Terminator and I came out on this day in 1984. Marty McFly also time traveled back to 1985. I'll take a button number 26, 8, and 4. Hail and happy Halloween. Oh, Monster01, you share a birthday with a better film. So you were born the exact same day as Terminator. I got Halloween 4, The Curse of Michael, or The Return of Michael Myers. That's why I asked you, Pete, if you saw it in theaters, because I was like, I was born on that day.
Yep.
So I could tell you what I
Yep.
was doing. Being given the gift of life. Let's see. Button time. Got it. So let's see. You wanted a number 26.
Shit, yeah, we got to get paid.
And on that note, we cue the music.
Matt. Matt, Matt. Matt, Matt. Matt, meow.
Also, here's your number 8. And let's close it out with your number 4. Where is number 4? Scroll up to the top. Oh, here it is. I kind of want to watch Back to the Future, but I don't have time today. It's 11:34. Xavier to God with a very generous super chat. Thank you very much. Xavier to God says, "Talk to Me" is made by Raka YouTubers who made funny Ronald McDonald skits in live action versus series. Also, you guys should react to IMDb's Halloween top 10 movie list.
I think we've done that before, but we're always down to do it again because I'm sure it changes every year. So yeah.
Let's see. IMDb top. Okay. There's a bunch of these lists. Let's just look at this one. No, this is a terrible list. Hocus Pocus is number 1.
Jeez, come on.
What?
This list goes Hocus Pocus, Halloween, Nightmare Before Christmas, Trick or Treat, Halloween Town. Fuck this list. Halloween Town's dog shit. What Disney kid made this shit up?
Oh, God.
Okay, this might be a little more respectable. We got Rosemary's Baby, Psycho,
Okay.
Exorcist, The
Okay.
Shining,
All right.
Evil Dead 2,
Okay.
Halloween,
All right.
The Thing.
Okay.
Now you're gonna lose me. Drag Me to Hell.
That is the worst Sam Raimi movie. I'm sorry. It's bad. I can't do it.
I didn't like that one.
The Omen. It Follows.
Wait. Which Omen? The remake or the
original.
original? Okay.
The original.
The original was good.
It Follows, Trick or Treat, and then it falls off again. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
I've never been a fucking fan of the Peanuts gang or that bullshit, dude, or Snoopy or whatever. Like, I just don't like that shit. I just don't. I thought those cartoons were boring as hell.
I still watch The Great Pumpkin with my. I'd watch it anyway, like that one and the Garfield Halloween one, where he goes on the island. You know, and the pirate ghosts are chasing him and Odie. I wouldn't put those on a top list anyway. Those are more sentimental favorites, but I wouldn't put those on a top list of must watch or anything. Not on the same list with The Omen.
Yeah, that's a little weird. That's a little weird.
I don't really get into the like those traditional specials from Charles Schultz. I'm with you. I don't really like the Peanut stuff, so I like the comic more than anything else. So, let's see what we had next. That list was pretty decent, though, outside of a couple ones. But the one that had, like, Hocus Pocus as number one, that was absolute bullshit.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So Georgian says, I pressed the secret button? Sure, we can press the secret button.
You found my secret button. Lucky you. Lucky me.
I thought something else was going to happen.
Okay.
I was waiting.
Yeah, I was like,
I normally cut it off, and then I was like, was there anything at the end? Since this is our Halloween episode, I thought we'll check it out. Brett Cohen says Dion needs 8-inch schlong dongs.
Oh my God.
When I get my prompts back, we'll make that the first one.
Yeah, it'll be flagged immediately.
Adama, what is up? Thank you for your very generous super chat. He says, "Hey, guys, what do you guys think of the latest developments with LA Knight? Yeah. Any wrestling button, please." I like LA Knight. I don't think he's going to win the title at Sweet Saudi Blood Money, but I don't think that's the end of the LA Knight story because it has been a good little run, and I think he is going to, do some notable stuff in 2024. Pete, what do you think?
I think they need to give that guy I want to say they need to give him a belt, right? But some people can get over without the belt. You know what I mean? But this guy needs to be rewarded. It's not the days of Vince McMahon anymore where, he's going to, but Triple H is still in charge, which makes me nervous, but I want to see LA Knight go to the top. I don't watch the product that much, but I keep up on stuff like LA Knight because he's a very notable figure in the sport right now. And he got over on his own, and an organic that used to be, punished in WWE with, because Vince told you who was going to get over, remember, lest we forget Zack Ryder, the crowd liked him and he got punished. So I'm glad to see LA Knight succeeding. I want to see him go. I want to see him get his just due. You know what I mean?
I do too. I think it would be cool if he was the one to dethrone Gunther as the IC champion and You know, be
Yeah.
a world champion in a little while. I'd like to see that. Let Gunther
Yep.
go fight for the world title.
Yeah, and that'd be a good time to see, and that's what I don't know if they do that as much anymore in WWE, is use the Intercontinental title as like a stepping stone to the world title. You know, that's the way it used to be. I mean, in the 80s anyway, it was like you were like the more of the fighting champion, but it was like also like a way to build to like giving them a world title push if they got over with the IC title. And I think that would that'd just give him that extra bit of oomph he needs to, get up on that top tier.
I would love to see that happen, but I want to see him wrestle in person. I've been a fan for a minute now, but I haven't had a chance to see him wrestle. So next year will be the time. I hope he gets a good WrestleMania spot too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and any wrestling button. Sure.
Who's that Pokemon? It's
John Cena!
He really does. As a wrestler, as a person, he seems fine.
Yeah.
Enrique Vasquez says, my wife just saw the horse button. She's saying, why is it women and why do they all have great hair?
Because that's a makeup test. That's why.
I don't know, man. Maybe they're here to attract Dion, steal him away from his current life.
Those gorgeous manes.
Those gorgeous
manes. Nay.
Fucking stop it. Jeez.
Nay. Brett Cohen says, do it. I will do it, Brett. It's not going to be hard to edit some audio. I want to make Buffalo Jeff another pillar of the channel again. Sometimes it was hard to do the voice, and then, I moved. But yeah, we'll do some more Buffalo Jeff shit. We'll put out a Buffalo Jeff like indie album.
Oh, dude, that'd be great. Like 6 songs. Dude, if we could get it on Spotify and make a little money on it, it'd be fucking great.
Nick, add it to the list of things we do.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even have to be like I mean, you or I could edit it. It doesn't have to be like professionally done. We can just put it like slap it up there. You
world class done, buddy.
Yeah. You do the album art. We'll just we'll just see where it goes.
Maybe I'll just use the AI generator to come up with something crazy.
There you go.
Man in purple wig sings Johnny Cash songs while eating a calzone. Like, that'll work. Dude, I'm hungry enough for a calzone right now. It's late, though. I don't think La Rosa's is still open.
There you go. Are they open till midnight or later? Because it's like you have to order right now if you want some La Rosas.
Look, I got a gift card for my birthday. I don't really ever want La Rosas, but
Oh, God, it's either them or Taco Bell, so pick one.
Ew. I don't want my body to fucking explode on itself.
That's also a good point.
Yeah. Look, I don't need a calzone. Is there any calzone late night spots, though? Probably not. So I'm not going to tease myself. Yeah, La Rosa's closed. Dewey's Pizza's closed. There's Domino's is open, but it's also Domino's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you get a really nice discount code, then I'd say do it. If not, then fucking don't do it.
Oh shit, this one's very far away, but it's still open. That ain't happened. Anyway, press 1 in the chat if you like calzones. Now, our friend Xavier to God sent in another super chat. He was talking about the Halloween IMDb list over on their Instagram, and I went ahead and I pulled this up for you, buddy. Would you like to hear the top 10 Halloween films according to IMDb?
Yes.
Just do it. Just do it.
This is strictly on the star rating system.
Okay.
Top 10. Number 10, Halloween 5 with a 4.9.
Okay.
Halloween 3 with a 5.1.
That's okay.
Halloween Ends with a 5.0. Halloween Kills with a 5.5. Halloween 4 with a 5.8. Halloween H2O with a 5.8.
That's okay.
Rob Zombie's Halloween with a
Oh
6.0.
dear God. Oh dear
Why?
God.
Why?
Halloween 2 with a 6.5.
What?
Halloween 2018 with a 6.5.
Oof.
And number 1, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 with a 9.
Oh, get fucked.
What?
I'm joking with you. It's the original Halloween with a 7.7.
Oh,
Jesus God.
oh my God. I was ready to go. Yeah, I was going to light a couch on fire and throw it out of my second story window.
I mean, if you do, can you film it so I can watch it?
That's a very Michigan State reference. One of my cousins graduated there in the year they won the title, national title in 2000. She was talking about how that was happening at parties. She goes, yeah, there was couches being burned, thrown out of windows. But it seems like a good idea if Rob Zombie's Halloween was actually on top of that list. It seems like a good idea.
I'll go buy another couch just to burn.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God. Rob Zombie's Halloween. Jesus.
I wouldn't put Halloween 3 on that list because it stands alone. I mean, I know it's Halloween in name only, and I'm not disparaging the movie because I freaking love that movie.
Yeah, it's a good one.
The Witch is a damn good movie. But yeah, oof. Yeah. Putting the 2018 one above Halloween 2, that I don't think so.
Me neither. I think that's an overrated, shitty movie, but
oh God, yeah.
TLJ Screwjob sent in a very nice super chat. Thank you, TLJ Screwjob. He says, my family's party this year is Disney themed to honor my stepaunt who passed away a few months ago. She wanted to be the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. I'm being Tim Allen, Buzz Lightyear. Well, Buzz Lightyear, I don't care what people say about modern Disney. I love Buzz Lightyear. I just never talk about it. But they have this like high-end $500 Buzz Lightyear, which I'm not going to buy, but I'd be lying if I didn't consider it. I was like, how can I justify this on my taxes? How can I, I really want to own this overly priced Buzz Lightyear figure. So,
well, if you make a video about it and put it on YouTube, we could probably get it off your taxes.
Oh, for sure can. I don't know if I really want to spend in general. It's
That's
like,
true. No, that's true. That's true. That's true. TLJ Screwjob, sorry for your loss, man. That's rough, buddy.
My aunt, she liked horror movies quite a bit, so we'd watch a lot of the movies that we talked about tonight. She introduced me to Halloween 2, and what else did we watch out there? You name it, I watched it at her house. She was pretty chill about horror movies, so yeah, this was always her season. The funny thing is, my cousin that I hang out with, he always talks about these like Italian horror movies, these big classics like the Fulci stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, how did you get into it? Years later, my aunt's like, oh, I saw this in a drive-in in Washington, D.C. in the 70s. And my cousin's like, you saw this in a limited, like he geeked out. She's like, yeah, I saw it back in the day. It was cool. So,
yeah, well, to get movies like that to overseas like that time in the U.S. was like, it was like unheard of. And I'm sure it was like a limited run or something, or somebody who made a copy of it or whatever, like had them rolling through the U.S. or something. It's weird. Especially when you hear about things like that during that time, like. Yeah, there was a lot of weird stuff happening during that time.
I think she saw Bird with the Crystal Plumage. That was the one.
Oh wow.
Yeah, see what I mean about a rare screen.
Yeah, dude. Holy shit, yeah.
But the Queen of Hearts, I do like Alice in Wonderland's design. That was actually one of the last Disney movies I ever saw. I didn't grow up seeing that one. Also, I didn't see The Little Mermaid until last year. So.
Oh man.
I mean, I was a Disney kid as much as everyone else was, but then I wasn't at the same time.
I don't know. I'm just waiting for the Snow White face-off happening here soon.
Oh, the Daily Wire one versus the Disney one?
Brett Cooper, the trad con versus why does Disney have to cast all these actresses with like it's like a Dwight Yoakam song. There's like 1,000 miles from nowhere between their eyes. What the hell is like? They're all hammerhead sharks. I'm so confused.
It's the in thing to be. Honestly, I firmly believe this. They cast they do certain things with female characters because for some reason female audiences care about that more. Like there are articles talking about how they don't do certain boob sizes because it makes female viewers insecure. It's like they're fake, or they'll cast ugly women to make the people feel better about themselves. Like what a weird psychology behind this stuff. But you know, it is what it is.
The thing is that that's fine, but only like do it if it makes you money. If it doesn't, then you're doing it wrong, obviously. You know,
I don't think the look of all of this is the problem with it. I think it's more of what she said and pissed people off. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not going to see either Snow White because I'm a dude and I don't like Snow White. It was a cool story when I was 5 years old. You know, I do understand people's issues with like not liking or not respecting legacy and this and that. But at the end of the day, like, are you really going to go see Snow White? Like, do you care about the character that much? Because The Rock could be playing one of the seven dwarves, and I ain't going to go see that fucking movie. And you know how I feel about The Rock. So,
oh man,
to each his own. But me personally, I'll never see Snow White. I didn't see the Little Mermaid remake. I didn't see Aladdin. I didn't see half of these movies. My definitive stance is I'm too old for this shit. Call me Danny Glover. I'm a grown man. I'm not going to go see the fucking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I don't care. I get that it gets views on YouTube and clicks on Twitter, but like, it's Snow White.
Yeah.
Unless I had a girlfriend that wanted to go see it or a child that wanted to watch it, I'm never seeing this fucking movie.
Oh man, I just think it's funny that you know Daily Wire is taking on in Disney. That's my thing. It's like they're trying, they're doing it. It's interesting to watch for sure.
That's just Ben Shapiro in a wig playing Snow White. I'm Ben Shapiro, the Ben Shapiro Show. Today I'm going to play Snow White. It's going to be great. It'll be on dailywire.com. Premium content like Terror in the Prairie with Gina Carano. Check it out.
When is his remake of Barbie coming out?
Oh no, that already happened with his 2-hour-long dissertation and TED Talk about it.
I did a review for the hell of it because I saw the movie and I was like, I didn't enjoy it. This is the plot of the movie. Tell me what you think if you watch it. I couldn't talk about any. I don't pick one of my favorite movies. I don't think I could spend 2 hours talking about it. Even Beverly Hills Cop, I'd peter out about the 90-minute mark. There's not much else to say.
Yeah, to each their own, I guess.
Could you spend 4 hours talking about Return of the Living Dead, Nick?
No, that would take about like 18 minutes to talk about Return of the Living Dead. Like solid 18 minutes.
What
That's
about
about as far as Frankenhooker? God, maybe 12 minutes.
Want a date? That's the only thing I know to say about that movie, really. Yes, Patty, I do want a date. So guys, this has been episode 377, our Halloween Spooktacular. That was a lot of fun. Different pace for tonight's show. Didn't really want to go on about the world of pop culture, or there really isn't a lot to talk about right now. There is,
yeah,
we'll say that for the High Council.
Yeah, there is, but it's not. I don't know. It's okay. It's not anything too crazy. But yeah, we're getting a lot of lulls and stuff. I know the goddamn strike's still on, so they're still not making anything, even though the writers got their contract. So,
well, hopefully the writer's strike or the actor's strike goes on like for another year and a half, so we never have to hear them talk about anything publicly. Like, I don't want them to tell me how to vote on the Tonight Show. So,
no,
stay away, Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah. It's once again, it's funny that it's lasted a little bit longer than the writer's strike. So we'll see what happens. But I know it's affecting. I know there's been already pushbacks for a lot of projects. I just heard that the Mission Impossible, whatever it is, part 2 of that 2-part thing is going to come out in 2025 now, apparently. So
yeah. I thought they filmed them back to back.
That's what I thought too, man. Apparently they didn't, because that would have been smart, but that didn't happen. So
maybe this is a way to save face because the last one flopped so hard.
Yeah, it was weird because I still enjoyed it. I watched it twice. I still liked it. It was good.
Oh, dude, I am happily. Let me rephrase it. I will happily watch it again. Like, put it back out. Let it hit Paramount Plus. I'll watch it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. It was a lot of fun. I mean, I love those movies because of what they are. They kind of they circumvent the they fill the need for a James Bond movie. Basically, is what they do.
Oh, speaking of Bond, did you hear that they're not even working on the next one?
What the fuck are they doing then?
Nothing. This woman is terrible, and I believe they just want to fall into whatever the modern politics of today are and not hear James Bond fans bitch. So they're just like, we're not going to do anything else. So that's why they killed him.
Dude, we need to do two things. Either we need to contact them and actually like really contact them and get somebody to look at something and try to get some sort of meet and greet, or we just need to do our own thing and own it and then make our own stuff.
That's 2025, Nick. We already talked about that down in Florida, buddy.
Okay, no, we did. Because I'm really getting tired of this. Because I fucking love that genre, and James Bond is like the peak of that genre. Yes, I love, I love Mission Impossible. I love Kingsman, things like that. But we just need that kind of character back, man. We really do.
Agreed. Bond is the man.
Yeah,
maybe that's the problem.
Jeez.
You know I'm not wrong.
I know you're not wrong, but we need, I don't know, like place it back in the 60s or something, or in the 80s with the Cold War. Like, do something, man. Come on.
Well, that's the problem with the franchises like that. They should exist in a certain time period. It's like Friday the 13th, for example. You can move it to the modern era, but I think that hampers the style of the movie because it really made its bones in the 80s. And I mean, I just think, like, from my perspective, the aesthetic works better if it stays in the 80s, and it helps with the fear of it all, the tension, because you don't have that immediate lifeline of a cell phone,
Yeah.
And you don't have to write in reasons why the cell phones won't work here or there.
Yeah. And even then, if they did it in the 80s, you could do the fucking Cocaine Cowboy story with James Bond. It'd be fucking great.
They could do a good Cocaine Cowboy story, because I don't like License to Kill.
Yeah.
I'm not going to act like, oh, it's great because it's Timothy Dalton. T. Dalton's got a good movie and a bad movie. But I do like him as Bond.
He's all right, man. He's okay. But no, I mean, yeah, they could do a proper one. It'd be great.
Sign me up, man. Cross it up with Crockett and Tubbs and Axel Foley and John McClane and Riggs and Murtaugh.
You could. You could start, man, maybe with Crockett and Tubbs and then move over to fucking New York with McClane and then go to fucking Chicago or LA. There you go.
Do not have me pitch you the story off air, because you and I could sit. What we should do is we should just record ourselves pitching the greatest 80s movie ever made. We'll do like the greatest 80s action movie. We'll do the greatest 80s horror movie. We'll do the greatest 80s like teen John Hughes style movie.
Oh God, I'm down for that. I'm fucking down for all of that. Like I said, Jeff, I have a spare bedroom. All right, anytime, buddy.
Yeah. We'll come down and party.
There you go.
We'll party like I partied in Vegas. No hookers, but many strippers.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
Vegas, man. I need to get back out there. That was so much fun.
Dude, I want you and me. I want all the guys from the channel and you and a couple of their select friends, and we'll all go back.
And Tony already lives out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a fun town. Next time I go, I'm not going to stay for 8 days again, but
you stayed for 8 days in Las Vegas? Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we did 7 nights, 8 days.
I thought 4 days was too many for me.
Well, no, Jeff, I was going to ask you, is like I've heard that like Vegas has gone to shit. Is that what you saw out there?
I mean, I saw some homeless people. Nothing like LA.
No. I heard there were like floods and like some like because of the casinos are going through ransomware and shit like that. Like there are casinos that are just like shut down.
That was down at I think it was the Luxor or the MGM Grand.
Okay.
I was further up the strip, near like the Wynn, and everything up there was cool, man. I mean, I've been to Vegas pre-pandemic, post-pandemic, when things were bad, and now, and like the only annoying thing is the fact that some of the buffets aren't open every day, but other than that, Vegas is still legit. It's as expensive as ever.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yes, it is.
Be prepared to spend I went to this breakfast place called the Pepper Mill. I went there almost every morning. I first landed there at 9 a.m. at the airport, and I was like, Phil, let's go get some breakfast.
Oh my
So
god.
we drop off our stuff at the hotel. We walk across the street to the Pepper Mill, and we're waiting in the lounge. And I'm like, I could go for a scorpion. Now, mind you, a scorpion is a drink served in a fish bowl with 8 shots. And so I drank it pretty quick because I was thirsty. And then breakfast rolled around, and I got another one at my meal. I was fucking good for the whole day.
Dude, you were trashed.
Oh no, I wasn't trashed. I was just floating in a
all right.
sea of delicious shots. And then I hung out, and then we went to the strip club where I drank more before I even got there, because you know how the drinks are ridiculously priced. They wanted $22 for a margarita.
Oh yeah, dude, it's fucking terrible.
God.
Yeah, $12 for a like the same price it is for Universal. For a beer is the same price as there.
Yeah, I'd rather drink a beer at Universal than get a drink at a strip club in Vegas, because the first one was okay, and I guarantee the second one had no alcohol in it.
That's bullshit.
I was like, I'm not like drunk that I can't taste the booze. Don't con me. But I'll tell you the stripper story when Dion's awake and Kendo's back, because we walked in the door after Phil paid a $50 cover for us, and then
Jesus,
4 women approached us and they're like, "Oh my god, they're trying to take us for a ride." Last thing I'll bring up: would you like to guess how much 1 hour in the VIP cost at this strip club?
$1,000, at least 1,000.
$1,500.
Oh my god!
Fuck that! I'll go play
per
blackjack.
girl.
Per girl, dude. I'd rather pay for their OnlyFans for a month. Okay, it's cheaper that way.
Yep.
So I don't go to strip clubs trying to be like that cool dude or even give a shit. So I wore that rock shirt I wear to conventions, and I had so many women come up to me and say, "I love your shirt. It's so cool." Like, more of them came up to talk to me about that shirt than like anything else. It was weird, but awesome. So
they came to talk to you because they could see you from across the fucking building. That's why.
Yeah, your shirt's great. I'm like, thanks. I'm not giving you $100 for anything.
Jeff had a tight grip on his wallet. It's like, you're not taking it. It's not leaving my side.
There was this one woman who I was like, all right, if she makes her rounds, then I'll pull a trigger. And she did, and I did, and it was awesome. But again,
nice.
That's a topic for Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
I really don't even think it's a topic for anything for you two. I told you what happened. That's the end of the story.
Yeah.
I got ripped off and spent $100 on that. That was cool.
Yeah,
but the drink was bullshit.
That's one thing I'll never do. Is get drinks at strip club, man. It's fucking it is bullshit. Jeez, they will water down shit and everything. Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
It was a 2-drink minimum. Like,
they always have a fucking minimum. Always. It's stupid.
The 2 women that were at the that came to us at the beginning of the club night, they wanted me to buy them shots, and I was like, I'm not buying anything else, but shots are fine. I'm not cheap or broke or anything like that. But then they're like, make sure you order this. And I read they're strippers. They're not very smart. The girl told the other one to order this reposado, this, and that. And I looked at the menu, and it's $1,500 for a bottle. And I'm like, what kind of shots are you trying to get? I was like, what the fuck is happening? So anyway, I was like, yeah, I'm not interested in either of you. Can you go away?
Yeah, no.
Jeff is like, shoo, get the fuck out of here.
Wait for
Get the broom out
to come around.
Yeah. No, we got I know we got a few here. We got what is it? Oasis Fun Time Emporium, which is down the road. We got Cheetahs, which I think serves breakfast as well. They have brunch or something.
That's where we're going for breakfast. I want a strip club omelet.
Yeah,
Hold the herpes.
Yeah, there's that. So yeah, we can always do that. But yeah,
let's not broadcast the show from there.
Are you sure? You sure you don't want to?
That's a Rumble exclusive.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. We'll put that shit on Rumble where people will actually be able to find it, because this computer that runs this program ain't bullshit.
Oh, jeez.
Adama has a super chat. He says, did you hear the guidelines for Halloween costumes for the actors who are striking? Have you guys heard this?
No. I heard.
Yeah. It was supposed to be, they were talking about limiting the costumes they could wear so they're not called scabs or whatever. And they were talking about, oh, well, no, that was just for the actors because they thought it was for the actors' kids. They're like, no, it's just for the actors. It's like, you're really going to talk about who can dress up for what is Halloween now. That's how petty you people are.
Yeah, so this is from Vulture. Perhaps the scariest aspect of this Halloween is not the costumes that are there, but the ones that are held hostage by studio greed. This Halloween, day 109 of the SAG-AFTRA strike, members are barred from wearing costumes that will relate to struck work and posting them on social media, as they could be considered promo for the work they're dressed up as, according to the Hollywood Reporter.
Are you okay? So, oh, God damn it. This is why I have no sympathy for these people. You're trying to ruin a fun fucking holiday for them because you don't want that, because it'll be considered scab work, and then they can't like get their, I don't know, their union card or whatever the fuck it is. That's dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think this is way too far. Like, they want to scan you in one time and never pay you again. They want to tell you what you can't wear for Halloween. This is weird, man.
Yeah, this is why I'm an independent film, man. Fuck that shit. It's rough, but goddamn it. But goddamn it, I'll take it.
Just go to Bollywood. Could you imagine if like the 100 largest actors in America were like, we're going to Bollywood?
Well, here's how you know that they're fucking stupid, okay? They have all this money between them. They could literally all move to Nevada, cutting off tax money for California, make their own production company, or maybe 4 of them there, and start making stuff there. They could do it tomorrow, but they're not going to.
No, Nick, they're not. Because
okay, if they were some, that's how you would hold the union hostage or hold hostage. Get all your fucking money together, agree to work for, like the writers are already free. Take all the actors, like leave the fucking union. And I mean, you have equipment and shit. Things are shot in Vegas and Nevada. It's fine. Move. Buy some, I don't know, buy some fucking business parks or whatever. Have everybody move there as well. Cut off a lot of the tax money for California. Gavin Newsom will lose his goddamn mind and tell you to come back and to start making movies. It's easy.
That guy going to dinner parties when he's telling everyone to stay in place, guys. That's the right thing to do.
Yeah, and he also wants to ban guns, even though he has like armed security around him as well.
I need it because I'm the governor. You're not, so you don't. Like, thanks, pal.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
When that chuckle fuck would come on TV when I lived out there, I would always be like, boo this man. You're the worst. He is the worst governor that I've ever lived under, and I lived under Anne Granholm in Michigan, who fucked up that entire state.
Oh,
like, that
God,
one is legendarily bad. You know about this beat.
She's still the effects of that garbage-tiered, rat-faced hood, like freaking Canadians coming over here. It's like, why don't you just ship your ass back across the pond there? Back over to Canada.
Because we know what they're fucking up over there.
Yep, they were shipping all their garbage here when she was in office. Canada, they had a contract. They'd ship their garbage here. It's like, can you take Granholm back on one of the trucks with you? Well, I got to be honest. The Wicked Witch of the Whitmer isn't much better. I want my boat. I'm the governor. The governor's husband. Yeah, that was funny. That tape leaking of him trying to flex on that marina owner to get his boat during the the whole gimmick was funny. Ugh.
I love how we'll get into politics just to make fun of things, but never get into the real serious stuff.
That's the best way to do it. Just avoid it. Avoid it.
No. Even like I told you, Jeff, when I went jet skiing with my cousin out there, like there was a whole like procedure we had to go through to go launch the jet ski. You had to go by the fucking the government office there. They'd look at it, give you a little tag, make sure all your 18 stickers on there all like were current, and then you could go around the official loop that they had there in the water. And once we were done, he came back out and they put a little tag on it to make sure you weren't, getting it wet again or something. I was like, motherfucker, I've lived in Tennessee. I lived in the South my whole life. You just take the jet ski to the jet ski area, you launch and you go. That's how it works.
I've never even ridden one, and I know that's how it works.
Yeah, man. It's like it was the most bureaucratic bullshit ever. And they were like, and I asked them, I was like, why do this? Like, oh, we do it for for climate change and dirty water. I'm like, no, motherfucker, you do this because you get tax money off of it. That's why it's gonna nickel and dime everybody here. It's stupid. It was the dumbest shit I'd ever seen.
Well, I'm sure we'll find dumber in 2024, Nick, as we take more of our show on the road.
Next year, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you have us all the notifications turned on for all of our stuff. We are going full bore to make sure you're entertained because next year is going to be a shit show.
Yes, 2023 is the Pete, what's a good transition year in sports? What would you like? Give me a good team that's like a transition team.
as far as like transition,
like between like going from whatever to like their best year ever.
I'd have to say the Detroit Pistons then, from like in the early 2000s, because they were just garbage, and then they won the NBA title in was it 04?
Right?
Yeah, 04. They beat the Lakers, because the Lakers had Shaq and Malone and all them. That's when Detroit had Chauncey and Rip and Tayshaun and the Rashid and Big Ben.
So, folks, this is our 2004, or next year's our 2004 Detroit Pistons year. We'll never have a Detroit Lions year circa 2007, 2008.
Oh, don't. Oh,
dude, I was in college.
Right.
I used to. Back then, I didn't really know Dion, and I would see him at the cafeteria, and I'd be like, "Lions suck," and walk away.
Oh my god!
I was such an asshole.
Oh my
God damn! Yeah, the Rod Marinelli winless season.
He must have been like that tall motherfucker.
We used to call each other bitch. Like we'd be like, "Hey, bitch," just like randomly, like before the Key and Peele thing.
Oh,
and so
God.
we would.
Well, no, what you didn't know is Key and Peele went to that college. They were seniors. They saw you guys do that, and they took it. They took it from you.
We're gonna sue Key and Peele. They'll be like, "Come on, guys, don't do it." I'm like, all right,
well,
help us get our show on the road.
No, sue Peele. Don't worry about Key. He's fine. He's funny. He's
Keegan Michael Key's like cool in my book.
Yeah, he's fine. He didn't go too woke. It's fine.
The thing is, he used to just be really fucking funny. Like, I don't even care about like what Keegan Michael Key's politics are. Jordan Peele just makes bad entertainment. Like,
yeah, he does.
I don't even know what he says in his personal life, but
what's funny is the first movie they did, Keanu together, was hilarious.
I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, and then like I don't know what went up, you know, fucking what's his name's ass. I was like, geez, what the fuck happened to you, man?
It's like you married Chelsea Peretti and you went crazy. Good for you, I guess.
I guess, man. I guess. I don't know. It was weird. I know he appeared in an episode of what is it? Something Brooklyn Nine-Nine. You know, he was in one episode as some bad guy or whatever, some criminal.
Makes sense. That was a good show. I don't know if it's still on or whatever, but I watched it for a while and I enjoyed it.
No, it was really funny.
Yeah, whatever happened to the Lonely Island? Nothing. They are gone. They're dead.
They died on that island. They died on that island.
Lonely? Hopefully.
Probably. Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine was done in 2021.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, nothing of great value was lost. We're gonna get ready to go, but Nick, I did watch all of Twisted Metal, and holy shit, did I like it!
It's good, isn't it? It's really fun
it's
show.
So good.
Yeah.
Somebody on Twitter complained there's too much romance. I'm like, but
what?
John Doe wants a family, and the one thing he finally found is a family with quiet. So it's like, how is that against what the show is about?
Yeah, and it's funny. I downloaded Twisted Metal Black and I played it. I was like, oh, I know all these characters now.
Dude, I know the show better than I know the game. I only played Twisted Metal 2 on the original PlayStation. I knew Sweet Tooth, but that was about it.
Yeah. Sweet Tooth was hilarious. Oh my god.
Did you know he was played by a pro wrestler?
That's
really
Joe.
Yep, Samoa Joe played
shit.
Sweet Tooth.
I did not know that. No. But no, really love that show. Highly recommend if anybody needs something to watch. Dude, it's so much fun. I can't wait for season 2 whenever they fucking do that.
When he lit himself on fire, I fucking lost it.
Yeah, I know.
That was so funny.
It was good. Yeah.
Yeah, folks, if you haven't watched Twisted Metal, it's on Peacock. Check it out. So is there anything else you guys want to say before we put this long episode to bed? We'll get them back on track next week. We went 4 hours on the High Council and almost 4 here. I don't have.
Well, we haven't. We had like a week off, so you know a lot of talking needs to get done.
It was a great week off. Like I said, man, outside of the greedy strippers, couldn't have been a better time.
Listen, man, also, they need to feed themselves too. Okay, things are getting rough.
Well, it was also TwitchCon as we were leaving, and I'm so glad we left before TwitchCon started because the people for TwitchCon started showing up, and I'm like, this is not a Vegas crowd I want to be around.
Were they like ultra nerds? Is that what it was?
Oh God, We're like the Rat Pack compared to them.
I'll take that, sir. I'll fucking take that. I love the Rat Pack. Oh my god.
I'm not Sammy Davis Jr. though. Dion is. Because of the glass eye thing, not the black thing.
No, we'll make Ken to Sammy Davis Jr.
I call Dean Martin.
I'll be Sinatra.
Be Sinatra. He's fine. I mean, I just thought Dean Martin was actually kind of cool. All right. So, folks, thank you for watching. Pete, where can we find you on the internet?
Yes, you can find me at Etepukuians, the place to be reviews, live 4 days a week, horror content in single release video form. That Texas Chainsaw Massacre review goes public tomorrow. I'll be recording reviews of Halloween 1, 2, and 4, and then doing part 3 separately. And yeah, we've got our big Halloween stream this Monday coming up, and I will be reviewing. We might talk about a little bit on the air, but Hell House LLC Origins, Carmichael Manor comes out on Shudder Monday. I've been looking forward to that one. And yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. Yeah, come on over, subscribe. We've had a little boom of subs, and we're only like 26 away from 1,600. So yeah, trying to grow a little thing over there. I got a great crew of people around me. The Horsemen, I couldn't do without Vinny and Chris and Tony and Adam and CJP and Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective. Yeah, and Angela's Draven. I got a great crew with me, and Nick and Jeff and have all been on the channel. Dion's been over there. Kendall's been over. And I'm just happy to be here. Thanks for having me, guys. And thank you to the chat.
Nick, is there anything else you want to say before we go?
Free AO.
For Dion. Folks, you can join me on Wednesday over on the Articulated Chad channel. We're not going to have the High Council because it's Halloween, and I want to enjoy Halloween. What am I going to do? Probably watch Halloween and eat popcorn. So
yeah,
that's what I'm going to do instead of the show.
No crazy 12-hour stream. No drunk stream. No nothing. We're just gonna kind of keep it chill this year. Next year we'll go hard in the paint. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, we gave you guys our Friday the 13th double feature. It was a good time. We got kind of drunk.
Yeah,
we
it
could
was
have
really
drank
fun,
more, but yeah. But folks, be on the lookout. We're gonna have more content. Like I said, I'm just finishing Woke Busters because it's the greatest comic event of 2024. We want to make sure it's just right. But once that's done, we'll be getting back to full-time YouTube stuff. So join us every video that we go live with. Check us out. Join us each and every week here on the channel for our live shows. And I'll be back on Thursday night here officially on this channel with another live stream. Go to stealingsolo.com to get yourself the greatest Star Wars parody since Spaceballs. It's the story of a group of disgruntled Star Wars fans who kidnap Harrison Ford and force him to remake Star Wars in their basement. It's been called Laugh Out Loud Funny. Readers like it. Readers' wives like it. Everybody likes Stealing Solo. There's only a few copies left. So go to stealingsolo.com right now and order it as soon as you hear this, and I will be shipping out books tomorrow. I already got another stack to take to the post office. So once that's, we'll give you guys until 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on October 27th today. So if you guys can get your orders in by then, your orders will be shipped out on Friday, and you'll probably get it by Monday morning. So folks, until then, be smart, be safe, be cool, but always be excellent to each other.
.com.
Nice shooting, son. What's your name?
My name is Jeff.